IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelenenye IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelenenye ugesiso CHITAB kolenjin unengengi botingengi onime mwowe yenaitugul IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotenenye IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelenenye
Kongoi, karibuni biik chok tugul, kasubik chok eng takwek tugul cheterchin ak ibwatwech Daktari Joel Kimeto kole makonyolchin chitab kalenjin kochelewan. Kakeweke eng episode 63 nebo takitinye eng betutab amut, lakini kosubkei ak ng'alekab musoknotet ak technology nekonenetoon nia ko nekakeschedulen eng betutab rani. Kongoi fans chechok takwek tugul, akere olin akawek tune in Millicent kobun Sydney, Australia, Frasidia all the way from Italy ak kebeberwek tugul achomi eng kemboutab rani. Mwawech ile inomchinech ano, kimi emetab Australia, emetab America, imi olimbo emotinwek chumbo UAE ak imi olimbo +254 kelechinok mgeni is in the house. Kakoitot kabisa chobachobikei mi olimbo waiting room makolo sikoit oli onai ole ng'o komwake komie amu kosubkei ak betutab amut. Akoti akere my panelist Balozi kakoit komie, kakoit Miloktin, akere engineer kakoit kabisa ak kampunit nebo Tamu Life. Ngiro engineer kokoito chaik, ngikase kaibwat imeche ichurkut kora karon asubuhi kelechin eng kampunit ko Tamu Life. Tamu Life ako notok netoretin inomchigei chaik chebo reserve anan chebo mashinani. Ameche kora tikibwatwa akobo kampunit ne notok ko sponsor nenyo, kampuni bo Optiven Property Limited akomi olimbo county nebo Nairobi. Kongoi CEO George Washuri, Dori Chelagat ak chitugul ngimakchinigei mbaret ko that company ko a credible company. Kongoi Nevin Ray, asante sana. Kipkenjei Lagat, asante sana kobun olimbo Kiplands Victoria, olimbo taunit ab Melbourne. Ameche kityo aib nafas neinegei kemakchi lagok tugul achae mtihani kong'ete karon kokakonam lagok KCP, Kenya Certificate of Primary Education olimbo emetab Kenya. All the candidates chebo 2022 kewishen work success ko ki family nebo IGERE NEE CHITAB kalenjin ak sukulishek chekikimuch kerutochi kelechin the promise kotikekipeni promise challenge kwa kweket kimakwa ki age tugul nemi kong'ete asubuhi eng mutai utau the first paper akoi the last paper. Ameche kebe kong'ete emetab Adelaide akoi olimbo the land of Wright brothers Columbus Ohio kenyoru Balozi. Balozi akaribu akwamune olabo Ohio.
Kongoi ose kichomegei eng kebeberi ko ngoi boroini akatak tugul kasubik kyok tugul cheosubech kemwa kele karibu eng episode number 63 nekotakiyoe eng betutab amut lakini koisumbuanech musoknotet eng ole komitei tot eng betutab amut, lakini rani kechomegei roboni ole nyo Osea, kichomegei ko yukokamwaun Osea ko kokibunu Washington DC ole kokakibe ipketach nekonyitot Deputy President ak biik chekokabwa tugul kebebereb Washington DC ko oyie abwoti ale kobor bandanyi ako koek banda nebo komonut mising. ko kochang biik kokibe komi akeweke ako kichomegei ing kebeberi Hosea. So roboni olinyonet lakini kou yekitesetai ko panelist nenyo engineer Janet aborun alechinin Thermolife kotesetai eng oli kiechai karon kongoi akobo Thermolife ngimokchinigei Thermolife imuchi ibirchi inendet asakobit kiyokun. So imuchi koit ole imi ngimitei Michigan, ngimitei California, ngimi ole imi inyoru Thermolife sitesetai. Kimeche kiwekyi kongoi Optiven kampunit noto mitei kebebertab Nairobi nemuktoiwech sikobit keityok atkan kora. So kichomegei eng oli ako sawa ko kakoitot eng betutab rani ko ameche kityo ateb ale Janet engineer amune olabo Florida tesetai Thermolife eng ole Ohio. So kimi komie kabisa ko mongen ale une ole imitei Florida engineer.
Kongoi balozi ako kongoi kora Hosea ak Tonyo nebo rani karibu missing ak chitugul neipchinech eng betuni kesame kele karibu, kemwae kele karibu ako kesame kele sishean show nenyo sikobit kinetkei agenge anan kwaeng tugul. Eng olep Florida balozi ak Hosea kechomegei. It's very bright and sunny here. But we are very happy and grateful to be alive and to be good health as well. Ngatindai tungwa kidogo, but I thank God. Yeah.
Kongoi nye engineer, you will be fine. Kongoi amu kakekerin ko betutab amut ko maimuch inyo kosubkei ak tungwek lakini iwendi itesetai imyeitu. So sike prescribe tuguk chekiamchin tungwek nekit, I mean, I'm not a doctor lakini nekit kiken at least kerichekab tungwek. So kimwaun inye sikobit ketestai tugul. So karibu ko kakoiton nyo nebo rani agere director notok Dori Chelagat chitab Optiven eng olimbo Nairobi kelechinin karibu. Kidiman Kilel ko kelechinin karibu. Boniface Kibiwot ko kelechinin karibu. Janet Chepto following from Wasingishu kelechinin karibu. Nivian Ray ko kakenyoru from Dubai ko Kipkeny Langat following kelechin akakwek tugul karibuni eng tetutienyo nebo tos igere nee chitab Kalenjin. Kimi episode number 63 kimwaun kelechinin laikan atya yekai laikan leave a comment for us sikobit ketestai kou notok atya ishare ak biik alak, kasubik alak sikobit ketestai. Ko kakoiton nyo betutab rani agerin Jacqueline Chepkoech following from Kericho kelechinin karibu. Ko kotomo ketestai eng yu kosone ole kakoitot eng betutab rani kemeche kele kokatech kityo asikobit ketestai. So ton yo eng betutab rani kekure VITALIA KIPLAGAT. Siko kemwoiwo kainet age amu ingele ngiker chito kou noto no ko maraisi inai ile ng'o nitok lakini yeng'alal ko mara ikas. Siko kemwa kora kong'alale nekit chichi kepche kobun oeng'u lakini ngano ko tonyo kakinyorchi kebebertab Nairobi anan mitune Nairobi eng betutab amut komi rutoi ko sikomwoiwech kole rutoitonyi konamegei ak ne ko inendet ko tonyo ko based in Nairobi ko sikemwa kele ne nekenyorchin kebebertab Nairobi. Kimeche ikatech tot sikobit konai biik kole kaitu eng betutab rani ko kitinye challenge nebo musoknotet ko karibu. Kimeche kityo ikatech ile chamgei sikonai biik kole imite kobotech. Karibu. VITALIA KIPLAGAT.
Ngosom akatak tugul ale chamgei. Agere Kiprono Hosea, Janet Chepkogei ak Ambassador. Nawapata loud and clear. Na nashukuru sana ngakataa kityo alomune. Kongoi.
Kongoi. Karibu sana VITALIA KIPLAGAT nekakinyorchi kebebertab Nairobi. Kokomi ruto amut koisumbuane musoknotet eng rani ko ki loud and clear eng ole kimitei. Karibuni nyinyi nyote. So Hosea abwati ale ameche koteimwoiwech ile isubech akot ng'o sikobit ketou tetutiet kou notok. Hosea.
Kongoi balozi Peter Rono ako karibu engineer. Keng'alal engineer kou tonyo nga tungwek chekeketen. lakini kimang'u ketarishek ko kakosikyi lakini tawat kora koitagat ak chitugul agere Boniface Kiplagat, Ruben Mosbey, Jerome Muigai, asante sana. Eliud Matelong, asante sana. Kale kokwet aba Kamagongo, chitab Kamagut, Hosea Kibra following all the way from Kapkagawan. Jacqueline Chepkoech following from Kericho County, asante sana. Kongoi biikab Kericho County ak counties tugul changen ale kautunen kotigesom kityo kelo laikan Ocean shows keityi. Kongoi Poem Arusei kale following kong'ete olimbo taonit nebo Eldoret, asante sana. Ak alumni chechok tugul kelejin kongoi akot kibwotwo kityo kasit nenoto kiyai nekikinam kenyini nebo kesapoten Daktari Joel Kimeto. Asante sana Mwalimu Eric Maraba all the way from olimbo Hungary ak emetab olimbo Europe ak biik tugul chebo Europe, asante sana. Agere balozi akakolokenin konainik tugul, iboru kole kakoit tetutiet konainik tugul. Much kinam saparit sikerikognoisani ketesetai balozi.
Kongoi agere Lea Kigen akalejinin karibu following from Mexico. Abwati ale mi Mexico, nimbo Mexico kelejinin karibu. Kegere Arab Sogot following from Kapsabet town kelejinin karibu townit nyono. So the source of champions kelejinin karibu ingakwek tugul eng takwek cheomite. So kibendi ketau tetutiet nebo betutab ra. Ko taon nyo kakinyorchi kebebertab Nairobi ko kou ye king anan kagekere besho amu mataon netai kenyorchini kebebertab Nairobi. Ko Nairobi kotinye area nebo 696 km square noto ko kerge ak 269 square miles. Population go 4.5 million chemite kebebertab Nairobi 2019. Nairobi kotindo 17 constituencies, 85 wards. Chemite kebeberata kabwati ale mi MCA 85 chemi olotok kicham kekure taonini the city of cool water eng olakinye anan kainet nekikochi biik Masaek chekimite olotok. Nairobi was founded in 1899 koek taonit eng 1902. Taoninitok Nairobi ko taonit ne inegei netindo national park eng ng'ony komugul. So igere ile bo kamanut kabisa kotinye parks chechang, yani ole kimung'e. Lakini national park nebo Kaptiong'in ko taonit ne inegei netindoi national park eng town katikati. Ko mwaat kora kele Nairobi ko it's among the most growing city in Africa. So tesetai koetu taonini ako negit ko taonit agenge ne kikoek top 10 destinations eng Africa anan okot chang biik cherutochin kebebertab Nairobi. Tindoi kora kibagengeishek anan kampunishek cheechen chechang chemite taoninito bo Nairobi chakimwoe kelen headquarters nebo UN eng kebeberta nebo Africa. Chang kibagengeishek ak kampunishek chemite taonitab Nairobi. Ngot ko tomo iwendi kesome kele rutochi taonitab Nairobi amu kararan ako taonit nekikonyiti eng dunia. Ko yotok kikokinyorchi taonyo number 63 notok ko Vitalis Kiplagat. Ako eng kainet age kekure Senge Helena. Ko igere ile chichi kobunu ko pcheat kobun oeng'u. So lakini rani kokinyoru ko Vitalis. So kokotakesom kora koek Senge ketesetai kou notok. So karibu taonyo nebo betutab ra, karibu biik chok tugul eng olomite. Agere chito nekile Pius kosubech eng Elgeyo Marakwet ak agere kora Chep neisubech kale isubech live kemwoe kele karibu. Agere Yego kosubech kora, mangen ale mnyeno Yego kelejinin karibu. Ko karibu Yego. So agere kasir ng'olyong'yo. Ko igere kebebertab Nairobi, igere ile taonit kabisa nekararan. Ko yengototomo iwendi kebebertab Nairobi kesome kele ui. Kingen Hosea kele mi biik chemi olimbo gaa chetom koba Nairobi kelejinin karibu. Agere Benjamin Sugut akole karibu Senge, matokole Vitalis. So angen ale biik chechang kongen Vitalis anan no ingen Senge mengen Vitalis. Ko Senge ak Vitalis ko chito agenge, lakini kakinyoru ko Vitalis asokoi kora koek Senge baadaye ketesetai kou notok. Ko abwati ale ameche kerekte ko kebebertab Florida ko kosubkei ak oleu inendet anan tungwek chetindoi ko I think kongoi inye engineer amu kemuch inyo sikobit ketestai. Yeimite ngot koitu wakati neimuchi ketestai kosea ko sawa kora, lakini kongoi kou notok. So agere chito neisubech eng olimbo Malindi, Eliud Kipchirchir kelejin karibu, Enoch Tanui kosubech kora kobun Toa Kata. Kongoi eng akwek tugul cheosubech kimwa kele laikan atya isir comment ketesetai. So kibendi ketou ako as always kelen ladies first. Kwamu kitinye engineer ang yu ko engineer yokono Stardust asikobit ketou kisub atindionyi anan kisub kele Vitalis kongete akano ako akoi ole mite nguno. So karibu engineer.
Kongoi balozi au kongoi eng followers chechoket chekakolokenin. Swali nenyonet tai Vitalis anan Senge Helena ko kimeche kenai kele Vitalis anan Senge kongo. Actually ngenai korok kele Vitalis kongo sikebwane Senge. Kikisikchin ano, kiwe sukul ano, ako kitaune ano sabeng'ung? Do you have any siblings as well? Karibu Vitalis.
Thank you so much. Vitalis Kiplagat Mutai Maraswa. Kikisikina olegele mataget Kosirai. Ngechek location Kosirai. Ngechek sub location Kosirai location Nandi County. Kesume constituency. I was born in the year 1999. 29 or 6, 1999.
Wow.
I went to 12 primary schools. I went to 12 primary schools and 2 high schools. I started with Kipsasuron Nursery School, went to Lelboynet, went to St. Michael Nyamisa, went to Alvino Academy, went to Karo Academy, went to Father Little Academy, tried Sangalo Central kidogo na nikatoka, came to Mosolio Primary, went to Chaptarit Primary. I was a very bright student that I usually said, I am not comfortable here, and my dad could say, sawa sawa, ngeve gara anoliti meje. So, because I was so bright and so hyperactive, that's the reason why alikuwa nakubali ni transfer.
Vitalis, Kalias US primary jangele kabisa you are very bright. Yani UNDBC lao abologe la kaya ginakta na.
Yele kele uya mingo sukul kosirin.
Okay. Okay, go.
Yeah, and then in 2013 I did my KCPE. I joined Kipsigak Boys High School. Kipsigak Boys High School like Form 4. In 2017, Kima Gogarar results. Then my mom was like, Mom was like, my dad was like, I want you to do a career course, start from diploma, and you can still make it. My mom was like, my mom is that person who wants to see people go to university.
Angini Vitalis, sorry engineer. Kaya primary ata jugewe kaya katangu katait muta nanlo.
12.
Kami alaga chikawek say kama St. Michael kiwe kwa class 1, kiame class 1, kiame class 3 kwa class 1. So I had to try again to go another school hivyo. Kijama awek say alak.
Oh, okay. So ngomnatet ne kesombuan ngunito ko so the star engineer.
Kingomnatet inye.
Ang high school ko matiwe several ngiwa agenge.
Kiawaeng high schools. So after Form 4 Kipsigak Boys, I kanyoru D+. My mom was not satisfied. My dad was kind of satisfied. In the process, mama akakuwa nagging sana mpaka nikakubali kurudia. My mom was so nagging hadi nikamwambia sawa basi awe Namgoi Secondary School. I went to Namgoi nikapata C+. So I got a direct entry to university. But before I joined university is when I did the innovation. After Form 4 in 2018, in Merudia Namgoi, I did the innovation of the mosquito repellent candle. the one I had done in Kipsigak when I was in, the innovation came in 2017 when I was in Form 4 Kipsigak Boys High School. When you are burning some leaves of some plant.
Innovation, what is this innovation? What inspired you, senior innovation? So engineer, you know, gap konam ko tinya tuguk cheu joto so ameje I spend and time ingolionda ne innovation genyoru ne what did you innovate?
Yeah, I innovated a mosquito repellent candle. The candle is insecticidal, inafukuza mosquitoes, iko na perfume na also ilikuwa na some components of inasaidia watu wenye wako na asthma na breathing problems, because in it nilikuwa nimeongeza mwarobaini in the candle. So the candle consisted of 3 plants. This innovation, what inspired me to come up with the innovation, I come from a swampy area. Kingwal is around my home, and mosquitoes are around that area. Kijamge surviving from malaria when you were young. So many of our people, our neighborhood, they used to supply them around my place because we used to have a problem of malaria. So in the process, when I was in high school, it was a punishment. So when we were given punishment, so from the tagataga, it was a trimmed fence of school fence. Fence in lantana. So you get treatment. So you supposed to banana the leaves as the part of the punishment. So you gave the leaves. There was a beehive around the school. The beehive ya shule sasa. Away from the dustbin. Because these were just leaves. So we had to check for a good ground to burn them. Ni shamba ya shule karibu na beehive, karibu na forest. So in the process, the bees started stinging us. Then bees. So for me, I guess that was the reason of this plant. When I went to the lab, because we were given access to the computer lab, I did search. What is the name of the plant, their scientific name, because I never knew it. I can remember this is Lantana camara. So when I went and checked about Lantana camara, I realized that it is insecticidal. It kills insects. So because also we had a science congress fair in Koinakuja.
Lantana camara go ngin, you know,
Included.
Lantana camara go scientific ngulinyonet kone.
Payu after it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and and then it's always used as fence.
And I used to eat the fruits.
Yes, and it becomes black.
Yes. Zingine zinapanga purple. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. So
Vitalis, kang nyawanak sagam igerinye ingele komoy sabik itebinyo gigerile amejana monega one sagam.
Yeah, amu gijeng innovation gibe science fair. Gichemena gijeng kita gibe science fair.
What inspired you inye? What inspired you so kabiti buat kuno tagamu pika lago ko moiso amu chamge mo agele nin ogile ginya giborchige tik mut kogera ga bawin kogera ga kwenek kogera ga maka kogera ga you know kogera ga bawin kogera ga curious so inye kawana sagame igerile uno ganyoru answer nebo science nenyu what really inspired you si ai kunota.
So kiachama like ingo wanget I to lagere in the problem with now the malaria thing. The malaria thing kijango ko image za kafsa. So kingara ga insecticidal ni lejege sasa sika it can deal with this mosquito. Yeah. So when I went to check, I realized that even in history, I go back in history about this plant, ko gibaise about Indians kora ko ne in insects. So I was convinced now.
Igerinye anansa ko getau no imi high school. So when you after finding it out imi high school, where do you take your innovation? You know, I mean, okay, it's own insects, and then what?
So for me, my first excitement was your innovation. I was science fair because so you look for when you tapenya went outing. So me nikona outing, kiagera outing ane.
So in the thing go gegeri lega unaga ko mandane.
Kago mandang sukuli. But sasa pia nilijituma sana to make sure that it becomes perfect. kianye good ground of innovation again. Yani project kiacho project kapsa a convince chito sa kocham project nenyu, so I had to do a lot of research in it.
So research nengungu gewano gewe lab nebo sukul?
Kawe lab nebo sukul.
Okay.
Atya leji ke kora ameje koek in this candle koek extraordinary. Mameje koek normal. What perfume can I use? Leji I want organic perfumes. Abwatye botoshot nalel eucalyptus globulus. Devotion nalel ko perfume. It's an organic perfume. So when you extract it using a solvent extractor, you can get a perfume from it.
So Vitalis, you know, just from a layman perspective, kita no wane ak chanet nya so in the inegro ngung ne gap in the classet, gap in the ne ingele gemwa ile in gemwa ila candle gijob kabisa candle ne ginomi anan in the classet anan in the you know.
Amwe, because I could see that you guys could access YouTube here. Me YouTube that clip.
Oh,
I think you could watch it. Again, watch it because it's 3 minutes. Nigatar ke tape questions as.
Okay, so we say go barwage, but
yes,
we truly appreciate. So koi gergi ago pol engineer ga jamba na mu, you know, I'm just curious amu kararan jin ngo gergi ko gera nansa ko gile how you look at things. How you look at things ko yata yogonen tuguk che makchinige. Ko Vitalis yata ko jeng engineer ko kakatebeng nyo kole in koi moiwech ile ole kiwe primary school nyiwe koiwe namgoi ko nekit ole nyonet I'm not too far from that area ko maimwoiwech akobo siblings. Do you have any siblings and how was it growing up for you?
Oh, yeah, I'm back. Mama akobo siblings chechu.
Yes.
In my home ko ki 4. You are 4. First born ina kwa girl. Kigure Emma Chero kwa second born. Third born ko from 3. Kigure Aloysius. A fourth born, the last born. Kigure Emmanuel is in class 4. Growing up for me was I'm brought up in a family where my dad was a teacher. My mom was just at home, but a business lady. Being teachers, being in a compound where there's a teacher, there's a lot of strictness. It was so rare for me to visit friends. It was so rare for me to hang around home, away from home. I just knew those who were around my home. But a kilometer away from home, Imangenji. Ako koraki kilele ne chingaldo si English ak Kiswahili. Kimangen Nandi, kana Nandi 2013. After nimeattend to Wazee, that's when I knew Nandi. And I really loved it. And I really appreciate it.
What was the reason?
I really want to push the message that people should speak our native language.
Koi Vitalis, kiamune samagija muni ngalal Nandi nga?
Kiko conditionan kia society kora kule. Ukiomoka kidogo, pia kimo goitana ji kaya kicho kingomi kaya kimi school academies kingalal English. When you come home, my sister is speaking English, my dad speaks English, here I go. So kiyo inya yani kiendanan lugha ya mama because kingesije kichoketa ukeba academy ukimingeje.
Engineer, you went to academy. Did you used to speak English at home?
No.
Okay. No, so
me English because in my home kogi different. I think kitia my dad when we were young kidogo kemina sarigolenje kengalal English. I think it worked when he was around for 2 minutes and then after that kewega Nandi. And then we just always spoke Kikale. And I definitely encourage everyone to learn their mother tongue. Particularly important because kararan kapsa leg up identity, and it makes you feel good, feel happy, and you can communicate. Kagile, the way to reach a man's heart is through the language. Ago gimuji ngalal the language ngalali chita. it's much more powerful. Vitali, so
Sure.
where did you learn this mother tongue? Got ko gijamo ngalali English kityo. Enga.
Kingeti, we used to cookie akiangen kitok
ko ngutyongyo engineer mongen ale kalya Vitalis ko ngotakemwa kongoi eng biik cheisubech agere kora magere Hosea Priscilla Kuchure karibu sana Lona Chepkoech kelechinin karibu anan kale following Rewas Cheps ko subech kora Chiri Brenda all the way from Southern Asia kelechinin karibu Maldives Ita Maldives kelejinin karibu Abraham Rohono isubech from Mount Elgon kelejinin karibu Shaila Chepkem ko subech kora ko rip ko karibu sana kebetite nyo Vitali
mangu na kaita na simet abet nimepotea all of a sudden.
yeah
Balozi.
Oh.
agatep
Balozi.
swali
Ako
engineer
kilipit kai kanyoru huyu akikakikavan eng Citizen TV.
yeah so kain go wal tebutietab engineer korok and then we can do the clip.
The question was, what inspired me to speak Kale?
Yeah, you know, like why you in ngalali Kingereza imiolep kaoli, and then I don't know what mongem gogi be realize ani le oye une bagamanut anet ken. So how did you come and learn gogi?
Kijamko kijana Gaberia. They used to mock me. Yeah. Kind of sister, you know, it felt so bad. And I was like, no, I must know this thing. What is so special about this thing, you know? So they used to mock me. Sana. So that is the reason why I came and learned and really loved Kale.
Because you don't speak the language.
Yes, indeed, you don't speak the language.
Oh, so gimuje ge German ngin kuti tamu me leoni sibigeri have to learn the language.
Yes.
Okay. So go engineer mongen ko
Yeah, so Kaimwawecha Vitalis, like one of the things that inspired you to learn is Kale. And King Bata High School. First I would like to know Kilana ni Kale when was it during school Kitaimi primary and then Kigaitari at Chako number 2 ko King Bata High School in Kunaka Nyorusi plus Kiwa University and then what did you do? And I realize you're very young and you've done so much too. So I definitely want to acknowledge and congratulate you for that.
Thank you so much. So, Kingatara, I knew Kale after class 8, and it's 2013. So after 2013, I get class 8. That is when I went to another stage of life from childhood to adulthood. That is when I took the most part to consume Kale. Because I really liked it, I knew it within no time. Kumbe ukipenda kitu, you will just get it as soon as you can. So after some time, I was very fluent. Kingemi high school gwara kijamge jore kengalal kutit. It was illegal to speak. I don't know why when we were in high school, we chose to go for the illegal things only. So people used to speak Kale and we used to, you know, you want to be part of them, so you have to learn. Don't know why. Yeah, so after, and then you've asked about also going to university. So after the innovation, I never went to university, but I'm enrolling soon. Soon I'm going to enroll. And when I really wanted to take my time so that to know which course am I going to settle in, because I really love so many things. I'm a diverse person. I love media, I love sciences, so I really wanted to take something that I will feel comfortable in it, not feel left out. So that's why I've been taking my time. So King Arthur Innovation 2018, 2019, the innovation ilikuwa January hivi, ikakuwa aired. I got a call from Najib Balala, who said CS Tourism. He called me to his office in Nairobi. I went to Nairobi, we talked with him. and he was very impressed. He told me that when they were young, they usually had a problem with malaria. It comes from the coast. So akasema, when he saw the story on TV, he was very inspired, and that's why he had to look for me. In the process, I went to KEMRI for a month. Then I went to Kenya Industrial Research and Development Institute, that is KIRDI. KIRDI and KEMRI play the same roles. So I don't know why I chose KIRDI. The reason why I chose KIRDI is because the CEO was like, Ale. I felt like, this is where I can feel at home. That was the reason why I chose to go to KIRDI and not to KEMRI.
Ko Vitalis, pole kogany ka itunya sa teleng kogany. So kenyoru C+ iwe kegurin kigurchin university lakini igeri ile mata iwe. So kenyoru badwetab university nekakigurchin akwono. And then itesetai eng harakati chebo ngalechu ko iboru kele kichome ngalekab sciences. I don't know, but you know, I mean, for you to be an innovator, ko ingele subjects chechang ko maybe mathematics very good, and then in your sciences title limbo in geography ak ngalekab history ko mabotin jota anan gilion. What subjects did you use to like? It is the opposite now. It is the opposite. I used to like history because when I grew up, I wanted to be a journalist. For me, I wanted to be a journalist. I'm a major scientist. Yeah, I'm so curious and I'm a hyperactive person. What is so happening here? Yeah, yeah. So that was the reason. But I used to perform well in sciences. Not that bad. I used to perform well.
Balozi, I still have a few questions on the innovation. Kameche ke watching the clip, and then I will ask Vitalis a few questions. What said you mentioned?
Jose, are we waiting for the clip?
You're on mute, Jose.
Magulo Balozi ngotukotestai kidogo Senge kakajeru lakini kajerukwen, so in some few seconds ajeru the clip.
You can tell
Vitalis Kiplagat. Is it Vitalis Kiplagat? You'll find the clip.
Kameche, Vitalis, I guess after this clip, where has it taken you? I guess it's taken you to see the minister, but has anything been done? Is it patented, Kike patented, so that it's like your, your idea, your innovation? Does it have any commercial use and available for people to buy? Vitalis.
Okay, so about patenting, immediately I did the innovation. KIRDI helped me patent the idea. That was the first thing I did. So the idea is patented. The rights are all mine. I joined KIRDI in 2019. In 2019, I was there for 1 year as a contract in contract. After that, they confirmed me to PNP, permanent and pensionable. But now this is a government, so it became a problem when you have to wait.
Kenya bali maeneo mengine mengi ya bara la Afrika huku jitihada zikiwekwa kukabiliana na ugonjwa huo. Juhudi za kijana Vitalis Kiplagat kutoka kaunti ya Nandi huenda zikasaidia juhudi za Kenya baada ya kubuni mishumaa ya kipekee inayoweza kutumiwa kuwafukuza mbu na wadudu wengine wa nyumbani. Huyu hapa Gatete Njoroge na makala ya Akilimali kwa wiki hii.
Hali ya utulivu Kipsimo, eneo bunge la Chesumei, kaunti ya Nandi. Wenyeji hapa wamekusanyika nje ya duka la Vitalis Kiplagat, kijana mwenye umri wa miaka 19 na aliyefanya mtihani wa KCSE mwaka jana. Kiplagat ni kielelezo chema kwa vijana eneo hili, kwani yeye hutengeza mishumaa kutoka kwa mimea na ambayo hutumika kuwafukuza mbu. Uvumbuzi aliyotafakari miaka 2 iliyopita.
Nilikuwa kwa dustbin nikichoma some leaves of some plants. With the company of these plants ilikuwa as Lantana Camara. So ile process ya kuchoma itaka then nika realize kwamba kulikuwa na bees hapo around, so zikaanza kumove. Nikajiuliza mbona inaanza kumove na nimekuwa nikichoma takataka, mbona ila Antana Kamara imefanya bees move?
Utafiti wake ukimpeleka hadi mistuni ambapo alitafuta matawi yenye uwezo wa kutibu pamoja na nta ya nyuki ambayo imesifika na kutumika kutibu magonjwa.
Mimi nikiharvest nachona tu kwa the tip because it's believed that at the tip the chemical properties of this plant is concentrated here.
Shughuli nzima huanza na yeye kuchuna matawi ya lantana, mwarobaini na mkalatusi. Kisha anasaga pamoja kutengeza mchanganyiko unaochanganywa na acetone na kutoa supu itakayokorogwa na nta ya nyuki. Sehemu ya pili, Kiplagat anachemsha nta ya nyuki kwa muda wa dakika 10 kabla ya kuchanganya na ule wa matawi ndani ya chupa hii iliyo na umbo la mshumaa na kamba. Chupa hiyo huwekwa ndani ya maji baridi kuwezesha mchanganyiko kushikana vyema. Shughuli nzima ikikamilika, yeye huweka kwenye moto chupa hiyo na kutumia msukumo wa moto kutoa mshumaa. Kwa saa moja anaweza kutengeza mishumaa 50.
Mine costs 15 shillings so that it inanisaidia kupurchase materials, inanisaidia pia kujiendeleza kimaisha.
Manufaa yake yakiwa chungu nzima.
Hii candle iko na uwezo wa heal people with asthma. Ukiwa nayo kwa nyumba, you don't have even to purchase perfumes because it's a perfume already. Na kwa watu wenye hawajapata stima, it's also a source of light.
Siku moja akaanza kutafuta matawi, mimi naona anakuja na matawi, akajiuliza huyu anaanza kuwa mganga ama ni nini. Baadaye akatuletea ile candle yake ambayo alikuwa ametengeneza. Tukawasha hilo candle. Tukaona nyiku sikiama, nyuki sikiondoka.
Tunatumia at times kama perfume, at least nyumba inanukia vizuri. Pia inatusaidia kwa mwangaza sasa ile stima imepotea.
Kiplagat anayesubiri kujiunga na chuo kikuu mwaka huu akituelezea maono yake kuhusiana na uvumbuzi wake.
Ningetaka kuiona kila mahali, ningetaka kuomba kwamba if there is anyone who sees the usefulness of this candle and idea so that we can implement it and we can make it a countrywide thing.
Ama kweli, hamadi ni iliyo bindoni, silaha ni iliyo mkononi, na akili yako ndiyo mali yako. Gatete Njoroge, runinga ya Citizen.
Thank you and congratulations again, Vitalis, on that innovation. So umesema it's patented, so that's really good. Because the reason katebe kwa mu ideas chechange ko our youth come up with them, or our children come up with them, and then they're just, you know, thrown away, or maybe they will be pirated or taken away, and then somebody else benefits. So Vitalis, kigemwa in that clip ile, you would like to see it go and be a, you know, a household product. Yeah? Yes, in the country of Kenya. So where are you on that ambition? Or
now the problem began here. Let me start it like this. So after the innovation in 2019, I got a job. I'm excited as a young man. I have a job now. It's a permanent job. Serikali, you know, excited. So being there, things has to take a process. You write a project, it goes through a process. So I did the project. I did give them the proposal. It has been now a series of 3 years now. It's going through the process. COVID ilitusumbua kidogo. So I've never started making them. I've just made them like the way I've been doing it. We've never found any other way of doing it better. So the proposal covered everything until the testing and everything until the product is out in the market. But being there at Kirdi, because of COVID, because of so many other issues, the project has taken time till now. It has never kicked off. So the process, I felt out of place, and I felt like I should be doing something. And then that's when Senge was born. Yeah.
Before you go, allow me to ask one thing.
So, wala engineer agna legeti nyetibut. Amejate wale kage siren gaiwe kasi company ni mite. So in company ni amuge geseren innovation itanegiyai. In company ni kasi ngongone nguna what do you do? You know ngap kasi. Iyo ada innovation iyo ene.
So kikisira corona trainen biik chenyokomeche ngalekab candles. You know, in Kirdi, we do help small scale entrepreneurs to start up. Yeah. So we give them the skills, we give them space, we give them the skills and space to start up until they're okay. They are now out to the market. So Kenyan as an incubator, but now also because I was employed here, I was supposed to train people on how to make candles. But in the process, we didn't have clients who came for candles. So instead I trained myself to make soaps and so I'm a pilot lab where I do operate machines. Machines and avocado oil, baobab oil, Sim oil, sunflower oil. That's what I do press. I use a cold press machine to press oil from the seeds. So I do also scrubbers from oil seeds. I do also extraction of oil from seeds, from leaves, and from grass. Lemongrass, for example, I do extract oil from lemongrass. They are kirdi. So hiyo ndio kazi yangu. I do help clients to operate machines.
Engineer,
Yes.
kamwa kole in kikochop sabunit kele anan kakas ne kele kibichop sabunit anan
Achabe sabunishek. So even
sabunit nekiuneke anan neone mosquito.
nekiuneke, but sasa hiyo ni ya clients. Lakini in process ni kora ko the products chapa shen candle kora ko muko job sabunit ko muko job mwanik ako muko job the coil, the mosquito coil. Now this innovation by in candles. Ngi wacha na kana pakai 24 nikia another a year plus okikata wa job these products kora. A job coils aga job ngalekap sabunit shaka mwanik, but sasa it's not like that. You are coils kitya.
Kongoi ko abwati ale ngot ichop sabunit neone mosquito, that would be big. So that would be great. That's why in engineer.
Yeah. So Kemwa Chile, you help to operate machines. I'm an engineer, so that's why I'm really diving in. I'm sorry. But is this your real job? Like, is this what you do now apart from Senge, or was that something you did and then you stopped doing it? And then number two is, what are the limitations if there's somebody who wants to license your idea, your invention, and then go to mass produce it? Like, is that something you would be open to? Because I know there are many listeners here, and who knows who might be listening and who might know somebody who knows somebody.
Sure. So number one, I'm still an employee at Kirdi. This is still my work. Even we are COVID, we under COVID, so we still work in shifts and in turns. So I work once a month. 1 week a month. I work 1 week a month. So I took that time off. I'm coming to Eldoret and going back to Nairobi. So there at Kirdi, I still do the same thing, still operate the machines. But that's not what I was supposed to be doing at Kirdi. What I was supposed to be producing candles and training people on how to make candles in the process. But now I've never started my production of my candles, but I'm still there.
And
so I'm open, willing to.
Kaibet kidogo.
Kidogo?
Yeah, now you're good.
Kabir kita simet.
No.
Pole Vitalis.
Unanipata? Sasa unyorwa.
Yes. Komeche kora tesyi Vitalis. Yeah, Vitalis, yo itesetai komeche kora tesyi ale kou le kamwaita engineer ngyo kole it would be nice, maybe somebody is listening. Engineer ngyo kotindoi nekikure ndonyo mat, yani ole marketani, whatever. I'm sure she would probably be able to market. Kot koit maybe mutai kopit ako phone call neu nikinye nikikenyoru nelechini chito meche mass production chebo ngalechu, because mosquito is a very big, it kills a lot of people, millions of people all over the world, areas che korom ngalekab mosquitoes. Kongot kokaiansa nebo ngalechu komuche kokas chi kole oye Leon, ngot ketesyi sabunishek, ketesyi coils cho imwoe, ketesyi probably netit nekimuche kechop nebo ngalechoto kora ko you can be an answer to so many things and so many problems chekitindoi kosubkei ak mosquito. So Kagararan kora engineer seto ngalal, maybe who knows, maybe engineer can probably be able to do something, but quite simoyo, I don't know. But testa engineer.
Yeah, I think Vitalis Kogamita, I think I still have my question on you, or which you're trying to answer. But kuyagagomwa balozi kogagole, I own Donyomat, and I help small companies or small enterprises advertise. So naweza kusaidia na pia I guess tunaweza ongea juu ya there's several grants go especially I know Bill Gates works a lot with malaria, so this is something, you know, I don't know if you have explored grants like both within and outside Kenya to just take this product to the market. I think this actually creates an opportunity. How do we build small enterprises, like small innovations from something new, Vitalis, until it becomes like a real working and running company, because there's product market fit, but it looks like just one thing nega missing so much cotton and those wheels for Vitalis. But we'll continue that conversation, Vitalis. So go ahead.
So yeah, so I'm open to the reason why even I did the other Senge thing, I really wanted to do it so better, so I can raise capital for me to start my own thing and see it become a dream come true. Because I realized that with the whole process, it was taking time, and I felt like I was not doing anything. So in the process, I really tried to reinvent myself and know which other thing am I good in, and that's when you've seen Senge come to life.
So
yeah.
So Senge anangilen Vitalis kagi subi nungu na iwe nyoru kasi, you know, you are an employee ne iyoe kasi full time, so ugele mongen ale wendi sangapi, and chito ne mi lab ko spenden a lot of time, you know, you live in the lab. So iwe une biyai kasi, iyoe kasi kongetege 8 akoi sangapi anan. So
8 serikali ni, so serikali you work on weekdays only, holidays came free. I work from 8 to 5, but yeah.
So 8 to 5, iyoe kasi from 8 to 5, ka iwe kasi you are serious working. Kubunono Senge, you know, like when did this idea about Senge come from? So ngimita kasi kingenin gere Vitalis to the same people no gele Senge anan kingenin ko Vitalis singinyo gele ko, and then who is this?
Okay, kapkasi ko don go big chaba kuti tijage jengen golongo kola Senge, but the rest they don't know. They just see me. Secretary telling hi I go water chicken go office. So the reason why I had to start now the beginning of Senge is because kuginga me in Kirti ko kambone realize and altom gonna be the purpose of what it does and everything. So we used to sit there. You might get the clients in a month, you know, 4 clients or 5. So you realize that there is so much free time. Office. So for me, I'm a busy body. The whole day. I can speak for the whole day. Yeah. So I realized that I was in prison. I was in prison kidogo. So I used to ask my boss for permission. Give me comedy school. There's more than 300k views K subscribers on YouTube saizi. Akina Sami Kioko na Tom Daktari. I was the pioneer. Used to take uniform. Hiyo uniform unaona anavanga na mimi nilitoa nyumbani. Yeah, I'm a type boys. I used to really like comedians. People used to tell me when I was in high school that I'm not funny. So I had that mentality that I'm not funny, but I really loved comedians. I used to follow them up and down. I used to dance for Kendagor when I was in high school. So I really loved media and I really loved comedians, but I never knew that I had the power of comedy in me. So people used to tell me I'm not funny. So kiwajame comedians tukaingia Kovonsa school in 2019, 2020. Nimeanza kujua so many things, and then these guys get good experiences wakiwa Churchill show. So in the process I was learning na kuwa strong comedy. I'm getting so many ideas until I'm now starting to do comedy as Vitalis Kiplagat. People tell me that, oh, you're funny. It keeps me going. But because I did comedy because I was idle at work. So I used to not to get so much work. Na uko kazi ya serikali, ukitaka complain mshahara inaingia end month, kweli una complainia nani kweli? So people love not working, people love relaxing. So me, it is the opposite of me. I really felt so bad when I was seated in the office for the whole day not doing anything. Yeah, I felt like there's no value addition on my side because the idea that I had was the idea of candle rescue.
Kongwe Vitalis, and thanks for explaining. So I see Balozi is back. Karibu Balozi.
Kongoi. Katotesetai engineer. So kagisub ipkeita stage nega kakakitep kele kabunono Senge ngatakatu agoi. Kijam, ingele Senge ko negit ko comedy. So kwa iwe vitar form 4, kangi mi form 4, imi high school. Ko kagingeni ngoi kebi bel dagatake kot komong ng'olyondoni kerile kong nyamwei sabi kesisile amechana ale kang nyakibel kolya. So you came with an innovation. So when did you know that you can imuji a comedian? Was it later? Anan kebele dagatake kora sikerile I'm a comedian. So what happened? How?
Since when I was young, kinga got school shajwa wala jo. I used to be famous in school within 2 days. Within 2 days, don't know why. But in a good way, not in a bad way. So every school that I used to join, I used to bond with people easily. As a new student, tomorrow
Ngip ko imending school nege wagena in school tugul.
I don't know why. Yeah, but it was a gift in me. So I was very internet.
Yeah,
Sorry.
Vitalis, you keep disappearing. You are fading.
It was a problem. Kaya internet, but kaya correct.
So testing ngolyo nege mo magakas.
Oh, when as I grew, I was so cheeky. I look like my dad. My dad could be hyperactive. He was very active, very, 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 very hyper. Who can do this? So that was me. So I realized, but in high school, the people made me not know that I was funny. Because of wivu you're not funny. But I don't know why. So I had that mentality that I'm not funny. My classmates used to tell me I was jaribu.
So Vitalis, so so when did you realize you are funny? And you are serious with your job. You in Nairobi. When did you decide why Senge? Can you see Yego Senge and what really inspired you with Yego Senge?
Ngataka na bag dogo. What's the problem?
So the start.
Okay,
yeah.
Oh, so ngataka na bag dogo. When I was in high school, kajurin kusiga kokingamiga kokadansan jini kendagor. I used to dance for Kendagor. I have another musician, Kigure, I'm a good dancer also. So I used to dance. In the process, kukijango penda Kendagora kwa Ambilianga. If you know Ambilianga, Duncan. Duncan kijango comedian. So I used to love how Duncan used to, in 2014, 15, 16, he used to do comedy kapsa. So I used to love comedians. I used to love comedians. I don't know why. I got Churchill show. Kia watching almost all episodes of those comedians. I really used to love comedians. I got Kinga in Nairobi, Kinga Nyurugasi, Kijama attending Churchill shows. American shows that I get myself a ticket to attend the shows. I really loved watching comedy. So comedy was my thing. So Kinga Amigasi. Saturday, Sunday, Kijamke Shuteni Jagile kwa Bonsa school. chebo akot Sami Kioko ak Tom Daktari. So kijama yani I avail myself. Karon kaitu number 1. Kijam kaya Kenya Institute of Mass Communication yaba South B. Anya mshahara, so it used to help me move. Akyat nyagi kaya garit kwa mining. So I had a car, I got mshahara. So whenever they said we are shooting here, I'm out. Got the other students Tom Galanji or Lisha, yani because I felt like I really loved comedians. I really wanted these guys to keep me. So the only way of them to keep me is kwa kuchangamuka and to be free with them. And clearly within that time, 2019, 2020, we were used to work with them. People used to know me, but kijama got ideas missing. Gima octani missing. Got any idea mo te it sa be pak tenjas ke wara appearing video. So nginga ke gona ke chance nga nangwaeng. So I just kijama colleagues ni kijama get colleagues because it was a Swahili thing. So colleagues used to show their kids because pasugul kila je kwa wanafunzi. So they used to be my fans. My boss at that time could give me that chance. Ngali de chami shoot ngoja mwa ngobe shooting weekdays ngoja mwa my boss at that time so I used to get enough time to do these things. So I learned a lot because akina Tom Daktari and akina Sami Kioko used to do Churchill show. So gijango niteje jang because these are comedians who are known. So I used to learn a lot with them on how to come up with ideas, on how to understand your audiences, on what to say, how to administer a joke, how to do an idea, That's why in 2020 kotai corona ki displace na itukul kele you can work from home. Kwane korok before kota innovation about candles kanya ya cyber. Kima meja aika idol buch katar form 4. That's why kange kasi video kele bunga la nandi chesume tuko katika duka la kijana mdogo Vitalis Kiplagat. Kukianya duga tapen a cyber cafe. I really loved cyber. I'm a photographer, so I had a camera. The reason why I met these people from Citizen TV, work very briefly. Kobiju, kami simo, kami sentan in cyber. Kaya cyber na computer sumok. The cyber is speaking because we didn't have a cyber in Kipsimo. Kagobike as a lady, I want to buy a camera because at that time photography was the thing. So with one photo, you live 100 shillings. I lady, I want to get a camera. So kidogo when I was hanging outside the cyber, I saw some people passing by with a camera, a very huge camera. So I called them and I really wanted to ask them, oh, how much is this camera? Citizen TV kibendi king Solomon Suge shuteni in wedding show. Kuleja batokisikia story utatuambia ndio tuje tukava. I have a story and I told them my story. They told me they'll come back. Within 2 weeks they came back and did my story. And that's when they did it. So I used to have passion in comedy, in camera work. Kiagurege mass photography. I used to take good pictures. That is after Form 4. Because most of us, after Form 4, givendi computer, givendi ngalega bing, givendi jane ngalega PS, go super, givendi jane kamu atar school. But for me, I chose to go to cyber because kia jama mene computer lava mi school. Akiangen operate na computer, so I felt like a cyber cafe was good for me.
So kongoi kai confirman ngolyo ne jama mwae Vitalis ne jama mwale ngimeje ngomitu irop keji na ngom ngimeje yego mogaryo irop keji na mogaryo ngimeje yego comedian hang out with comedians. So
yes,
if you hang out with chicken, you will be another chicken. So
sure.
Lagini kararan yang out ak kit ne makchinige yemi yoto kinetege tukyoto tugul. So kainetkei Vitalis kotiegu kaiker kaotebiso ak bichu kakonetin tuguk chekiyoe. So what did you do with Komong Senge engineer? Where did the idea of Senge come from? Amu Komong nin wambirianga ko jama kasi kumwae ne kwaktani ko aluya ako jama ngalekab luya ako katay dansan jinin katay mi ngalekab dancing jeba music. So kongi dansaning yuko mino konyi wewe nebo anganauta comedians. So kibwane nye kot koit ile kakoyama Senge.
So kingonamai COVID in Nairobi 2020 February kebwaga we were working from home. So kikakoita cyber nikitai kukikakochita na chikimitu so I had to open another cyber. But this time I did Mosoriat town. So I'm in cyber Mosoriat, but I really loved comedy. Akoma gemio got Sami Kioko nguno maga jun basukul akebwaga. So I really felt like I'm out of place. Sasa kapsa take comedy. So kuna idea ya mama wa kanisa. Wa mama wa kanisa ni nani kapsa ko chame komwa ushuda. So I really loved how they used to deliver their ushuhuda. At times I could even laugh at times because kianyoru were fun in the way they could deliver it. But the message was very sweet. So kukionya that simple idea. But sasa at the cyber, I wish I could share a picture to show you how it was. Kokiara tege in kitamba na passport. So we used to have white and black. At and I did that shoulder. Acha makatak tukul ngane tap chesa le jamge. But that time, kimani sauti ta Senge na ba in Senge. Kaya sauti na bamruni gole. And then I did a record of this video. But koma jam. So I didn't like it. Koma ta posten, I left it. So keba agane kigure HKK. It is on YouTube. Kugijam ko ba kot mulamwa. Ako MC Kitabut, they are good MCs in Eldoret town. Kuginda jigile HKK headquarter giba soja inicha in watchman. Kugigurna barnetu ane. So I used to play a role of a Kale soja. So ane katavara kwa jina typical Kale gima uni toilet. Yani as a soja as kejango meeting na sojas na tutosi karon so bendi in respective places. So kijangi headquarter gi. So ane go uni toilet as a Kale gijango magia ni ngale jaja. So ngule jina juna lagi yun toilet aishi ala jini achicha hega wati minane. I can't do that because I'm a Kale, yani I'm a typical Kale. You know, so I used to play a character of Mkale, but kidogo pia COVID kaisha, we got to go back to Nairobi, so we had to displace this team in Eldoret. Awega Nairobi. When you give me Nairobi, kitama visiteni mambili yanga ngole nyo limbaro isambu because I really loved comedy. Akajame jijatak because he's funny. All time give me around him ko irariat kityo. So I used to go hang out in this place in Roysambu. Tungeleja tungonyo linyo agane. Achikuleja amaje IGERE ni bo Kale. So amaje yego mama kukata keki. Alabat kap jirani kwa somdera aeng. Ako song kitamba eta midit Nairobi at my place kepa balcony. So kogimejo ko play venye MC ana play venye MC ana kwanga amevaa kwa ambilianga ko MC kwa ane kwa mama kata keki. So in the process kuleja amache sa ek madame yego in mama on area. Achege ke the video is on YouTube. I wish you could see it but you will see it. So kia shere. So in the process alaja school Senge alaja sin deret kai agarat ke. But before I video not I showed that Kenya nagiga in cyber. But because Kimajam Nigenya, I get to this time, I got Boston. But within no time, it was trending. Kenya, I just attack to go and attack you, so let them get. And I get good and island. Come, Reverend Carton on Dan as a copita on the shoulder. Ki last week of Sakima to Konyoboya Nuga. Look at Niking Gesa. Konget Kia in Kapsakonya and you toss Mama, no toss my Jova, Manalagoja, Joba, Pitris. Pane betine ne moita no lakin nemu gimimbela matapau kuma meje ke mangale ka betine kanyon ga akale repare ngolol jini abitris ule jini ako meta betine at kanisa. So it was something like that and I posted it. Hey, it received a lot of good reception. It trended. It was a single video. Gigande in eyeshadows. I had admitted, but we not did the clip. Niki supposed to the specific clip. And then we did the clip. Kogona ako kima Senge Helena. So Wambilianga never told me my name. So Ellen. So he was passing me the microphone, gonna chance. Ellen. So after the whole conclusion, yeah, good. But also Senge Helena, Senge Senge in the niche. Actually, the word toss majova, Kimongen, that word, or I didn't have the intention of using that word. But when I came to listen to the Ushuhuda, Kiama Maratato, Ushuhuda Itka in Gaba comedy. Amal toss majova, and this thing can be a slogan. And then I can print who written Toast Majova. I did a sketch of it and I kept it on my status. People told me, we want them, print them. So I had to print Toast Majova, hood and t-shirts. So this is where Senge began. So mimi sikuwa nimeishika microphone. I was a comedian, but I could not perform in front of people. I remember the first day when Wambilianga called, Senge Helena, kitinya Senge naga amutungote panganal Senge. My legs became numb. I was feeling like I was not stepping on the ground because these are people. I've never stood before people someday. I used to dance and dancing, hakuna fear sana because you don't talk. But now I'm given a microphone. People are listening to me and they want to listen to what I'm saying. Militants, adisi kuongea almost everything. But Wambilianga used to help me and back me up. Akisikia nimesahau joke na alikuwa amenipea ananikumbusha. So I used to say it. The first sherehe Sandana gave me 2,000. And told me, Kenya wakataka 2000 kuleja leje matkonde wa pilipili chakula. Amugi wale jilakwet. Ngoi men Sandana mama, agigere ile magoy ber Sandana. Indo aje pilipili kapsa kwa jangami tu ake. konde pole ileje ni ndio kutana nayo pale koja asanda na kule jana 2000 akileje konyo iwaga. So I told the girl, mimi ndaje sanda na vile. So it gave me motivation. I really wanted to perform in the next shere and the next and the next and the next and the next and the next. In the process, those majova mano nikafanya shere moja yenye nilifanya peke yangu bila Wambilianga. So this is how it was. So I did 2-3 sherehes with Wambilianga. Kaya sherehe so magtuay. Nivangwan ko sherehe yenye same date. Agimo alichukua kibahati mbaya. Kidogo akaniambia, "Si unaweza fanya sherehe peke yako kama MC?" Alija I can try. Kule jawi. So kimi gore tabara bruto limba sugoi. When I got there, Karisha Chigimi Pakingoro gave me ashtukan. It took me time to take the microphone. It is unlike the other sherehes gave. This one looked more wealthy. Amugi took Jugaba Mogare. Achen Kiba Kiswahili because Kiba Kogoyot Agnandinda. But I gave it my best. Nikajiaminia nikasema I can do it. I can really do this. At the end of it all, people are like, when I'm funny. And that's when I began Senge Helena sasa. I did sasa sherehe. Wako ite sherehe kichofu nini. But sasa Senge Helena was not a comedian. Kijama wapashi kichong sherehe. And then, I can wear this character and be Senge. Because Senge is someone who is respected in the society. Maok se sherehe kama mi Senge. Senge ko jita nemuch ko tiltuyet. Senge ko ji nemuch ko tuyo biik. Senge ko ji nemuch alejige. Also, in the society, we have a niche. And I can play as a role of Senge Helena. There's so many things that I observed as I grew. Kitarta sene ang kasini kora. Because ngasini, ko kaya the part of university. The part of you are free and the parents are providing for you. Now this one I'm free. Ako may salary na ninyo. Makabuti na sigik because parents feel like itinya kasi wane. So I have to be responsible because the first times when I was in Nairobi, I was irresponsible with money. So I wanted a discipline because I had to be because money. So in the process, come stage ni kiaroga ne kwa jangu nevi chipatika inyo. So there's a stage that nikaruka. But it helped me so much because this stage is where young people lose themselves the most. This is a stage where you're free, you don't know what to choose. Things, nobody's kaziering you, life is with you. Money, unaweza itisha mzazi, ukamdanganya. So for me here, life depended on me. I'm living in Nairobi. Ninakanunua gari nikidhani mzuri, kumbe ni it is a liability. Everything is just
olden nyota gin Vitalis ko ameche sokoi kora kote ngololji biik chemengechen chengo watafikiria wamearrive lakini katoma. So ameche Vitalis imwoiwech ile ingele nguno ngingololi ko Senge koiwe tuyoshechu kote imi kasi, you are a full-time employee. Ameche anyun imwoiwech ile how do you balance your time nebo ngalechu yoechu chepkometichu ak boisieng'ung nebo kasi? How are you able to balance all these ngalechuto chu imwoechu? Ako ngot kokurin nguno engineer kole ameche inyo sherehe nenyu, kokurin nyayai ne? What do you come and do? Like anan ko osea, angen ale meso konyo osea. Akurin nyayai ne? Kurin nyayai ne osea ing sherehe nenyinet. Ako imwoiwech ile balance yondono ngalechuto chu yechu, immediately because I'm sure you have to practice. So when do you practice for this? When do you plan for your work? So time management ngungo une Vitalis.
Sasa kitarta COVID kapsa. COVID to me was a blessing in disguise because kingo muna agireje tabwaga. Tinya mushara. You understand? I have money and I am at home. So kitarta kapsa navigating. Even Senge Helena, I never took the journey of other comedians because so at times people need help to come up. But for me, I had some help. I had myself. I had money. So kijama movini a travel ni game baronget ke in Nairobi because kiga get our shifts 1 week, a week in a month. I used to travel. So on Monday, I kijamge really got 1 week. So I guys go Friday game by me garit. I go Saturday I rate I share Saturday, Sunday I'm going back to Nairobi. So most of the times kiyo tarte ko shirege agenda Saturday and go Friday. So at work ngolin ba Nairobi Ko Friday ko jam ko relaxed kabisa matajang kasta clients. So Saturday you can be out of office inde ila kini jaga tikin ngajeret kule. Kungoit magariat kule uya mita jiji. But in real sense email rate. So that was a trick. So this is the trick until now. At times you don't know where, you cannot know where I am because rani muja mail rate mutage mbo ami Nairobi. So kokitarta kora I started my comedy with Instagram. Akijama ni joro no kejang jemi bitanin. So you guys do support talents so much. So guys used to sell me 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So kinga po sisa ko lot ni 2,000 on ngito ko labotine. Kinga nyo rogot 1,000 bob. It can make me be in Eldoret because kikage na yak pick voxy because if siwezi afford mafuta ya gari yangu, kuna watu nilikuwa na wabebanga za zingine na wako na magari so wananibeba wananirudisha Eldoret. Naona? So it helped me. Ako sai this is still the trick. So kiega problem, kiega challenge because at first kinga nyo rogasi ko kire siji ko lega ko mandane within 1 year kikaal mbar kidogo msenda. Within 1 year Parjat kago pagtag maendeleo ngurkat because uko na mshahara. And then there's this thing that ukikuwa na kazi ya serikali you can ask for a loan. I took a small loan. I still took another land and I bought myself a good car, a small car that could help me move and navigate easily. So in the process kitarto that nini kitarto kasi na bakirdi. Tarto ako sai because dakika ta komedia ka ta dependent maybe kitarto people tend to kupimia because mtu akisha kukutumia pesa na feel like unafaa ku condition in certain way. So for me I could post videos the way I like it. I could do it. Senge has grown within a span of 1 year. Kita of Senge 2021. 2020.
Senge so kago na osea o kago na engineer kole ngot ko meje kubuken Senge ko bitu kityo Jumamos ak maybe Jumapili.
No. Even weekdays. Nguna nganyo kasi ta weekdays. Alvan chitangap kasi aleji ngobit kasi na ikono. Yaiwo. Alibani big, alibani shay kapsa. So ngona mashire ngoli alibani shay Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah.
So gongo so mende o sea mende weekend ni mujinda Friday kora ko bonga nege Senge ko bonga nege.
Kagete kora ile what do I do in Shere? In Shere? Ko I told you before I was a dancer. So ngalega reception kapsa kongot ko gagirtin corona itomonyi kapsa mu kutom giritin corona ako itomon ko gagirtin dancer ni kapsa because I'm a very good dancer but a good or a decent dance na decent kapsa na jameji tokol. Number 2, I am a comedian as I am Vivi as Vitalis. Kukijama play ni comedy as Vitalis korok before I wear the character of Senge Helena. So kora gigeni nguna age ame ko itongo ke I reception na play ni as Vitalis. Atche ko me partner ba speeches. Ko after speeches immediately amagit kegi. Kizamgele mi Senge nenyo na ko Senge na South Africa. So ko ita Senge Helena so yo kapa walge anyo ko Senge. Yeah.
So
then I play the part of Senge.
So nginyo Senge inyo na ko kelage ko Senge no ginge
Chanyo na korong kwa Vitalis a plane korong kwa Vitalis konde pe Senge asa anyo kwa Senge ka like kaya Senge as.
So ibe itinye gia joguge tengari.
Mami version ni kiamete. I usually work with it so that nganyoro ngabwata ko idea ko jekari ta tononi anana ko ngobe kumwan ngari apakaning tawan barabara akabwata idea ayat bonete tunguno miage ni kay na balakwan nakay kari so alejini you told us you are independence of women. You need a man in your life. Look at your life now. So ngobe ko kumwan ngari ta anyoru idea. So everything negative to me I find a positive thing in it. I usually look for the positive first before I work on the negative now. So ngore tu ko about any time.
Engineer guy gas ngaleju, you know, so in everything negative thinks of something positive. So mongen go with engineer. So this is crazy. So karara ngago nyo jijo go yeng. Ako gongo ikago moiwe go lebitu. Malasa mainda Jumamos kia gatogol so you can put it the weekday atajipanga Senge atajipanga. Kutoma ko tap with any engineer go betu tabamut ko imite mondi kilene mondial kon anan tiluap kon koge rutoji tiluet anan koge rutoji lago.
So atinye in within the time kwa guro ina Senge Helena atinye brands chuko kwenye kuendosha na pole pole and they're giving me a source of income. So among these brands koko Moral Tours and Travels. So they were taking their clients to Mount Elgon. So I was privileged to accompany them because I'm their brand ambassador. Kukuabrichi story kapsa. Because I talked from when we started the journey until when we ended the journey. Because Senge to me is something that I can wear the whole day. Muja wear that character the whole day.
So koge like ko isenge si entertain and bi ko lonye tilwet.
Koga lange kwa like kwa Senge from the beginning of the journey. Gelanya kari tingel dread. Awa gewek say.
Ko yo line tilwet ko in mwisho anangotar chekatekate.
Koglan kait musha kenye.
Okay.
Koglan kapsa kwa line Senge amu Senge kunda nguvu. I did all the
So Jehovah na ko ay ngalejo.
Course ma Jehovah mando.
Kongoi Vitalis engineer amache.
Atinye tebutiet agenge Vitalis ako chamwa kitchinet kidogo. Kemwa ile kingitar form 4 kinitau cyber. A big challenge abwati ale mangen kot ko yoto ko kikaitau kasing'ung neyoe akoi rani eng nabo research, but kameche anai ale kinyorchi ano capital sitaune that small business ako sige encouragen other youth mi chito nemuch komache kotoi a small thing. Tos taunda ano Vitalis? Karibu.
The cyber thing, I started even with one computer. Kiata only a simple computer, one computer, a printer. Chikalua dad. I told dad, Mom, I mean, credit. Why don't you get me a computer? Yeah, he brought me a computer because he's a teacher. We have a computer again. He didn't go to learn school. I started with it. And then we were kasi starting gas sabi danyo ruja ba in premium credit charge dan ko kay talon. So ngatagan ni leban kay
No weka.
No. So kasi irtay kuliya ko
Potea kidogo.
I was shifting to Wi-Fi. I'm going to bundles measure, so I was going to Wi-Fi. So Galija kasi irtay gas sabi to ebiju ba credit. But sasa someone told me, kulikuwa na computer moja anauza. I felt like I should add two more computers. So I had 13,000 for one computer because a computer is around 10,000 second hand. Nearby kuginda computer so laminating machine, another printer, nearby Epson, and they sold me all those with 12,000. As in, it was a throwaway price. So I got so many things with a simple amount of money, 12,000. So it boosted me. Nyaja ngas internet asi abajini bigin yani kuweka cyber na nyi browse ni and you can print things and you can watch movies and I used to sit there until I used to make sure that nimemaliza kazi ya siku until saa 6 usiku. I used to wake up at 6. As in, it was until right now my body is conditioned to hata jana venye nilichoka Mount Elgon kwa ngete 6 karon kwa lazima ngete 6 karon. Angoda mami na
Koi Vitalis, in cyber cafe nung nagoinyoru these computers, what do you do in this cyber nung kasi ngung gina?
Kaya printing, kaya lamination, kaya application chiba passport, kaya applications chiba school, chiba universities, kaya gaite assignments, as in kimu ni browse ni assignments wa school in lab, in my computer lab, and kaya so many things, passports, photos. I used to open email for people, kaya file returns. That was my work.
Okay. So, obviously, I file ni returns mongen ingele kasi no ko accounting na accountant. So, but so nye. Ameja kora kotate Vitalis ole. Koinyoru tukyo tukul koinyoru biashara, koinyoru Senge Helena, koinyoru kasi innovation. Tos nito nakain sama ta stack school. Is it blocking you or kadiskaratan and what is it doing?
So, ki got to Rugapisha school. So I went and took a letter from school, University of Eldoret, about in Kokiamija Eldoret because Eldoret is kind of cheap. Ngalega living standards unlike Nairobi. Muko rakyat nyagarita ngalega jamming Nairobi ngalega school ngalega kasi. So we have a branch in Eldoret that chema asking for transfer. Kwega problem ngane ko yani ikari demoralize kapsa muga yatana transfer ako most times ko Senge ko base in Eldoret. Kukiame kisim ka po ay Senge ko labati ka Senge Eldoret ko labati school. But now ko delay na ko yani ko na ko breaks cross kamu kya feeling kole this is where I'm going to start again. And if I'm going to take so many things that I go, I can't serve 2 masters that I go. Amo got abo thing like up hood kia jande post ko because kia ga janga orders chiba hood accept ishege angoli ko suppose perform ni ako mo ko chep kundok chiba hood ako mo ako tinya idea za mane chep kundok chiba pingi apply ni ako hood ko biga bitanin ako mo legi ay takto ay hood ko bitanin kia gara game no and I have people's money and you need to shoot Senge Helena. I will pause one korog. I will continue with the other one because kimako time kapsa because it was overwhelming. You can imagine traveling it costs a lot of 10,000 traveling on at Nairobi well paid koro amai tumu koro ni bi gitni ga na koro mi bi che kondo bara
Vitalis kemwa ile in mi ngalega hood pane what is it for?
Toast much over hoods and t-shirts.
Oh, so ijobe je
Printed toast much over yes. So I used to sell. Kugijango bendina. But now the problem is you need to do it yourself. Sasa it took much of my time because at times I have orders that I have to deliver. I got minandi. I should take comedy.
So gongoi so ugel opportunities jo. So ngala like engineer how to do marketing maybe go taritin kokonin some ideas. Kogire kogwit company tabe Senge. Nenegit kogwit kusir Senge, but you know so Senge as it grows you will grow with it.
Sure.
Senge kai testaya ngalejo togolju ko subun ko inyo ang nagai to imi Nairobi ko inyo kasi kako janga ko kasi siya ko Senge. So Vitalis kemotai is Vitalis kemotai booked maybe ko subeji ko teb ko araji jini gigi bukan nanan to available what are the limitation got komi.
Oh, book ngalaga magi.
Wait.
Saya immediate stage. Yeah, but in the process, I'm going to. I really felt like I should marry when I'm young, because as you grow, there are more responsibilities, and as the responsibilities also become more, you tend to lose yourself. So, in the process, I felt like I should have someone also whom can make me responsible at some point. So I feel like I need an helper.
So kinyor that helper nandoma ago maybe mara ko taritin sinduk choge mo joge lenin kako janga meje yalda siati siya kuma maybe ngot kabit ti jota kwal down siati siya kanan kwal down jualakchu. So in other words kele ki kabit ti jota nandoma.
Mite.
Oh, mite. So Vitalis amu mite ji jota ngoye ne naldo siati siya so you know ko shipenu namu jogele imeti kityo yoga otebi ago tu yaki ko ne shipenu to kya tak so kongo nye Vitalis so Vitalis ngoto ko miji ne gesu gunyo ko tebe ko lelion ko gigo ejege Vitalis so kimagunjam nye Vitalis engineer mangen ngoto itinye tebu ne meje tebe Vitalis.
Kameche ko recognize and which followers osea as a table chini. Osea.
Kongoi engineer, kongoi Tanya Vitalis, nenata ko kaini nenat ko Senge. Amu wara tunde sabari tiang bik jagiri kusubi Vincent Kipto kalami ndani asante sana. Matrin Ngeiwa kaluwa that's nice Senge. Keep up the good work asante sana. Chumba hiyan asante sana. Neema Kengeno asante sana. Maruga Regariat asante sana Fabule Abugundu Limba Heria Ulimba Tulua Mgetun Urna Negigure Sheila Kaptuya was bitch all the way from Ulimba Beberton about Thailand asante sana Kaptuya. Agere kora chang biik kabisa jeisubech game bout Abraham Kibon Esmond kale good creativity asante sana. Agere kora kosubech nata ko Professor Ishmael Nicodemus Rono, one of the alumni nenyo kosubech all the way from Ulimba Nandi County. Peresteruti asante sana all the way from Saudi Arabia. Wilson Koros kale following from Adelaide, proud of you Maraswa. maraswa ngami kainet ak eng yo nekakomwa arap koros nekele maraswa. Asante sana.
Nibarnya maraswa inota. Arap koros inota. He's my cousin in Australia. Yeah.
That's good. Kongoi. Wilson Koros lemenyi nebo chorwa nenyu nekure Dennis. Dennis agenge ni kocham kotoretech eng boisiet nebo graphic designer akosubech tugul. Wole Adelaide Dupet, asante sana. Jemei Kenya watching live from Olimbamu University. Kakoteb chito eng yo kale tos kinyorchi ano candles eng Olimbamu University. Kokoi kale stimet eng Olimbamu University ne balozi. Kokiyokwo bilit nebo stimet angot akine atebe candles simwawech ole kinomchini candlet nani. Joanna Kipstart man is intelligent, keep a good innovation invention. A big salute. Kongoi mi biik chekarecognize kole ngatip. Robert Kipruta following live from Keregut Moi University. Olimba Gorab engineer. Joanna Kips, huyu ni Senge Helena Sunday Sylvester Kirwa Meli California watching from Moi University Keses. Kongoi big up Keses. Janet Jeroti Koskei following live from Olimba Siena, Italy. Asante sana Mosque Kwed, asante Basilisa Kujure all the way from Olimba. Takokwe na Babalosi Owayo, Luna Chepkoech following here. Asante sana Bridget Cheps, asante sana. Fange Kipkoech na takokala kalisubich all the way from Doha. Jeptap Kaptinga na takojiri Brenda, asante sana. And the crew Jeba Kaptinga, angot Mutai, angot Aspel, angot Priska Meresei, asante sana. Real Keep, kongoi Real Keep ko chitab kokwet kale connected Kitwek Adelaide from Bomet. Ose asante sana chitab kokwet no. Tabwatwa kityo kale mutai kemi Adelaide kelonjeni kitabut ak angot Kip ak timit tugul ne notok ko one of alumni nenyo Emily Tanui tawatab kondit Korejo Ruto. So otakotin timitab Adelaide tugul ak chitugul. Mite kityo kenyoru ng'alyo kwa uchumbe kityo kong'ete studio kobun kampunit nebo Olimbo. Sponsors chechok chotok ko Optifen at Jesse kotestai engineer kurecognisenwech akotestai ak tebutik kotikekere sabarit nebo notok ko Senge anan Vitalis Kiplagat. Ngenyoru kityo ng'alyo kwa ufupi.
Hi there, my name is George Washiri. I am so happy to see you, and today I am here to enumerate, to explain how we package our land investment. And the way we package it is to ensure that every single Kenyan can be able to purchase a piece of property, a piece of land, depending on your pocket. We have 5 levels, is below $500,000. That is 1 star. The second level, not very expensive, it's slightly above the bare land. The third level, we call it 3 stars. This 3 star is value added plots. We do the malam, we do the water, we do the mesh fence, and there's a caretaker on site. It is called 3 star property. The fourth level is 4 star. 4 star is ready to build development. 4 star is a property that is ready for you to start construction. We do very nice maram roads. We plant the trees. We put the water tower. We also put a caretaker on site, and everything is ready for you to start construction. And then finally, this is our top of the top, the 5 star. The 5 star is premier, is the top level. And this one, we do cable roads, we do water management through underground culverts, we do underground power, we do fountain for water, we do beautiful and nice permanent gates, we do perimeter wall, and also do install the CCTV, and the whole property is manned by uniformed security. We are calling it the 5 star, the premier. And some of these properties, these 5 star properties, We do a clubhouse and also construct swimming pool. This is the topmost. This particular property, it goes from 5 million for a piece of property that is 50 by 100. Thank you very much.
Senge kanyoru ujumbe from CEO nebo Optifen kalo iye mat konyalil Senge kalo kainet kale sobe kityo ngalal tuwai sikokerun wala much itaune amu mkaaji nebo Nairobi. So
good. Thank you. God bless you. Kongoi CEO. Yeah, I will make her proud. I will make her proud. Senge de pala goja mo yurta beach. Tos majewa mano. Shit.
kale imuchi ngecho kosta so kotu kamwa balozi koelesan so kale nyo kityo ngalal kityo meche amu mkaaji wa Nairobi kosikira olotupotuitosi ak biikab Optifen eng olimbo Nairobi.
Thank you.
Kongoi nye Vitalis, kongoi Osea. Abwoti ale kiyoktoin siyongalala Osea sikokonu namba chebo Dori Chelagat sikobit komutin sotuye. You never know, all these things, you know, God uses people to be able to reach. Thank you, George Washuri. We truly appreciate you and the work that you do. You know, to uplift the lives of young people in Kenya, you know, across the country. So we truly appreciate you, and you recognize talent. And, you know, this is a very wonderful young fellow who actually can be able to make a difference. So we truly appreciate you, and anybody out there who can be able to help Vitalis. He's a gentleman in Nairobi, and he's able to do a lot of things. So, Engineer Janet, unegetinye tebut, ameche kora sokoteschi testai tebut yengung soteschi nebo in nosube.
Okay. Kongoi balozi ak Hosea ak chitugul neisubechi eng betuni. Tebutyenyu Vitalis ko you're very young, successful. What are you doing? Siege up to you know, the future. So how are you preparing yourself for, I don't know how long Senge will last. I hope at the last for as long as possible. Like we also understand that in Tukchu, you know, Kopwane, and after some time, you may not be that, I hope you'll be there, but you know, like kuna kwanga na ups and downs, especially in these things of social media. So I go, especially comedians, based on history ne kiaro ane. So nene ya Vitalis si pange. Go ahead. Go ahead, Vitalis.
There's one thing that I've understood about life, that in life, God kept us here for a reason, and God gave each and every person a talent. And there's nothing that we get out of this world with. We just leave everything. You know, what we just leave behind is our good name. So I felt like with the good name of Senge Helena, I can make a change in the society. I remember when I did my innovation, it's not that I never went through the leaders at the ground, like from Nandi. All those leaders never saw the good thing that I did or the innovation. All of them gave me their backs. But I remember Balala is the one who saw the usefulness of my idea, and so it should continue. So one reason that I came back as Senge Helena, being comfortable, having a good job, being paid well, and still starting something from scratch is not easy. Senge Helena is facing a lot of challenges because people don't understand. People get to follow me new day each and every day. Then people get to know that comedians are poor people. Comedians are people who don't know anything. Comedians are people who do comedy because they don't have anything else to do. So the society has a very different perception of comedians. So I came as Senge Helena and tried to have a force within me. And the force is, I believe that one time, I will give you guys a good book. I'll write a good book about who Senge Helena is. I came to understand that in the society, we need what we call unity. From where I come from, when I remember when I was a kid, I used to go until when you used to take care of cows when you were young, we were allowed to visit our neighbors. Kijamge bendi kap jirani, yako access ni yako bedroom. As in, I don't know why, because kinge mega jirani ke fileni we agimega. We used to cook, we used to do anything until uko kufanya makosa kwa jirani anakupiga. You are found responsible. And like now, where you cannot claim somebody's child. So I came to understand that in the past, there was some kind of unity among people. But one thing that has always made me come back as Senge Helena, I want to also play a part or a role of changing the world to the better. I want to tell the people the importance of having unity. I came to learn so many things. Tuko na jirani, I don't want to say it there, but I have a neighbor where when I grew, I used to see them being respected, a home that was so respected because the parents were alive. But over time, when the parents left, kumbe kila mtu amekuwa condition that kijana mkubwa kisha kuwa mzuri aenda ajitegemee kando, second born aenda ajitegemee, third born aenda ajitegemee, fourth born aenda ajitegemee. Kumbe the last borns wanakuanga wamekaa na wazazi, and whenever they have something that inawasumbua, they also usually run to their parents and they always get a solution. Huwa akitaka kitu kutoka kijana mkubwa huwa anaambianga mzazi, kijana mkubwa amenikorofisha hivi, and then mzazi anaingilia ana sort it out. But you get to see that when the parents die, for example, or leave, the last borns usually makes the home not to get to be respected, or mara mingi wanaingia into drugs. Mara mingi there are those people who mwenye wanasumbuka, and then when they are called, they call the firstborn anasema nini mbaya na huyu anasumbua, tutakuja kama familia, tutakaa chini. When they come as a family, they tell them mbona unatusumbua wewe. They don't get to understand that this kind of person used to be pampered by these parents, and when they are no more there, they need that support, so that they still need to be held because they're still young. So I want to be part of the society. I want to teach people that it's good to elect leaders who really see the usefulness of young people, and leaders who really give time to young people. Because I remember that time I was in need as a young person, but my leaders who even are young never saw the usefulness of my idea. So the reason why I came back as Senge is because I knew I love a voice whereby I'll speak on behalf of the generation. You realize that when you come to Eldoret right now, young girls have just wamejiachilia sana. Young girls, young people, there's this thing called sponsors, there's this thing called what. So I try to castigate it as Senge Helena. No one I say this in form of comedy, but I try and pass a lesson. For example, at times I tell Rosalie, hey, kwa mimi nileta mtu nani? Lakini wasichana wa mama kutembea uchi nani? Kabile free sunshine. Kwani kama mimi ngule pneumonia oh.
Kongoi, Vitalia, that's wow. I just love the way you do your I guess you talk and then you add your thing, which is your comedy. And I think I want to commend you for, identifying what it is you want in life. What is your purpose in life? Ango tagne or at Kangora, I ask myself, what is my purpose in life? In this world. So a bit, I work towards building that legacy and that being that person. I got the best version of who I can be. On the flip side, Vitalis, I want to talk monetary terms in preparation as well. Amukigiro comedians, they are very good, they are on top. And then I think kuna a lot of pressure as well, especially being a public figure. You are very rich, or you're very, you can afford anything and everything. I'm glad kagemwa ile kila na discipline nebo chepkondok. So I just want you to speak to that. Is speaking to any other person and any other comedian, ne upcoming or current, so that they can also know it's important to save. Simamo taige gasigele wa igere Senge oye onge janganji Senge, and yet we know Senge had a nice gig at some point.
Akameche kora siteshi sikoiwolu Senge, ameche sitakanei true kikenyoru kole nginyoru emoni ole young artist, young talents chetinye kou nguni inyoru konamegei probably in the same village ako buildenkei kotinye different stretch. Une ngolimbo Kenya amu ngalen birangot ara ako kebeberta nebo Nandi County agere ko change chobwane ko comedian iwe Eldoret agere itinye veritos une amu onamege amu ngap komi kit nenome biik yani like tinye chitugul idea lakini laboti chitugul kifyake une in terms of combine all these ideas to sichenya as a level amu mi kit nekworoni very very dangerous in biik whereby ketuiyo yani anyoru ose alabat kivyangu kolabat ngo kivyake yani wekwan man ne netos kiai what's your message netos kituiyo bichu amu ideas are different lakini another thing ko tos mi along the way ko tos mi chi ngap koteleli na kole achame boisioni yoe koi Senge like mi chi netos len Senge ko mentor nenyu another thing ko nameche tanai kora kotitekane through the challenge of kebuilding a brand amu kemwoe kele kibuilding for the last 1 year. What's your message for young people nemuch kong'et ra chito akole amu kokobit a challenge nengap inyoru much nyokwa your account kwakan chito so what's your message in such kind of people? Another thing ko ameche titeshi ingen ile mi tumwek chabo urban setups much naminalechi oye alen keset olabo Karen anan tos in such level tos kifacen a such challenge nemuch komi kwai chi tum ing olabo Nairobi lakini kokere the level nebo Senge ko tos mafit. What's your message ing biik chemuch amu terchin biik amu akere 80% ipyoi ng'alechu tugul Eldoret ako itinye biik kyok chemi Nairobi kikere tesetai tumwek kila ngolobo Nairobi Lavington ano kebeberwecho tugul cho tos ne netos tekeyai mising si yomi tumwek kora Nairobi olo kokeit oli emotinwechu kora itunishe biik weekend so what's your ne tetutik tos itinye mpango kora ile tos itu wakati ne tos awe akoi olimbo Ohio kitunishe kijanayat ab balozi eng olimbo Ohio olin so what's your vision as a Senge?
So let me start with the financial disciplines. Though I could discipline that much, but one thing I know is I like motivating the people I work around. So I like motivating them. So in the process, it smoothly. And like some little amount, so personal, cool. I remember the people used to dance for kitambo 200, 120, the whole day. So for me, Kiamas and the art of Kiamaja that thing. So the people that I work around, I usually make sure that I give them something that they're satisfied. So mutai could convert that energy when you're the guy committed to next thing, go teach young in comedians and could feeling like they're a comedian. What I know is everything starts somewhere. So lazima kumia journey and you should trust it. You never know. The process must take time. So everything has a advising people ngiro gift nebo comedy try and identify yourself. Ane sa Senge Helena ko another fourth characters. Kaya kumwanafunzi, kusocha, VITALIA KIPLAGAT as a comedian myself, until I became Senge Helena. So you have to reinvent yourself because the more you do it, the more you realize that you have different gifts. Senge Helena mimi sijayo agot in my history kutoma apply ni role by in a lady. Toma play ni role never lady, toma baru science to much I play a part a role never ready. So many people are so surprised when I say that I'm Senge. And when you look at Senge, the Senge is perfect. You know, the movements, hands movements, facial expressions, the toy, posture natonone, igele cameras and the art of perfection. So it tells you that as a comedian, you really need to work. And then pia usifanye comedy moja and you want to justify to people that you're a comedian until people recognize you is when you know that you've done it better. So for me, at times I do comedy, I don't get comments, but when someone else posts the same video, I get so many comments. I understand the fact that the comedy is funny. It's just that it's posted on my side. So I must wait and accept the process. Okay, also, Ketep Nalega been Gotai Aban Satam Bashiri. Ane Gwasenge plenty all set of sherehe because akunda tutosha 2 minutes I'll make sure that I use the character of Senge Helena. Kwa to Mount Elgon, we met with Wazungu and I made them laugh. I'll make sure that I chip in English, I mix with Kiswahili and I mix with Kikale, and I express it as Senge. Like, this is Senge, what could Senge say in English? So I usually make sure that I wear that character and the situation on the ground. I wear that character. So most people do judge me. When people see the setup of where I do my comedy, other people think that is my home. People do judge you from there. And I feel like you are just someone who's starting. For me, from my home until where I do my comedy is 7 kilometers away. Away. Reserve kapsa I comedy jogat kapkagaon. Agoru sonsai kapkagaon. Kokinga tau comedy kuburwa chini kegure Lilywood. Kuleja ane atinye passion en comedy ako atinye sauti tapyoso lakini toma anyoru chini kana mageut kukinga nyoka I felt like I need a character, an extra character. Agure Rosaline ko kainet ab kugonenyu. I really loved my grandma, so aleja kuigurege Rosaline, and I began growing that character. So when I went to see him in his home, I found that the place was so good for my comedy, and we started working together. But now I feel like I've outgrown the place, and I would want to leave some little change. Then I progress with the comedy because the other party also feels like amefika at point anaweza jisimamia kivyake. So it's been a challenge shooting together with Rosaline, but over time I feel like Akusawa Sahi can still do his comedy as Rosaline comedian, and is going to be the best. Yeah, I have other people on board like Agina Chepkam, Kurege, Jirotich. I have Chirchir, but also they feel like they have outgrown that space. They need to do their own comedy also. So you give people space to also go and identify themselves, reinvent themselves. So also right now, I'm recruiting comedians, but I do look at so many perspectives before I give you a platform to act with me. I need to see someone who's done videos before. I need to see someone who's putting some effort and see that when you come to my place, you're not coming to put a negative, but to put a positive. That's what I've always considered. I will always wear that character that I'm in that place and do the thing. I'm sure you people will laugh. Yeah? Kongoi.
Vitalis abwati ale kosin ing yu ketinye kotab kaa nenyone. Kotab kaa is coming up ing arawetab lo ing olimbo Minneapolis, Minnesota. Imuche kokosin some of
Kitanyone 2019.
Okay.
Kitanyone 2019 about the innovation, so I was not able to raise capital for my ndege, but nilikuwa na invitation letter. Yeah, and then some leaders also lied to me that they were going to organize for me to go. So I've had a problem with leadership, and that's the problem that we want to solve right now. And I'm going to use the platform of Senge Helena to change the society.
Kongoi nye Vitalis, ako abwati ale ki age tugul kotinye wakati nenyi. Kosin biik abwati ale kose biikab kotab kaa chemitei yu, some of the leadership are following this program. Kemeche kemwa kele ndemukokse otach inendet, you will come into ilochi chepkuloik oeng, ilochi chepkulet nebo Senge ak nyoko presentane kora ng'oliotab innovation. So you will be able to present and be able to do something good. Ngoto muche oike ngolabo Australia, osea, kotun otinye kitwek, komukokse kora kebebertab Australia. Ameche anyun ing'ololchi biik oeng eng yu in Vitalis. Grupit netai nomeche ing'ololchi ko neranik chechang kolen mami boisionik, melen kokolesen ale mi boisionik. You are able to look for kikisirin inye because of the idea nekitinye. So iboru kele when you chamakase ng'oliono komwoe kele kisuri chajiusa
kibaya chajitembeza.
So inye ko kitinye nekararan kwalde noto kararan nekitinye. So ameche ing'ololchi biik neranik chechang amu 40% chebo neranik komatinye boisionik akole mami boisionik. Ameche ing'ololchi bichotok. Number 2, ameche ing'ololchi comedians. Kokose kemwa kina Chepkam checham kisubi bicho tugul cho. Ameche kora ing'ololchi bichotok ikochi motisha, you have to give them hope. Konai kole ka tukchu komuche kokanapten kondain somewhere. Ameche ing'ololchi bichotok And then gomecho kora tebenen Senge Helena ale, do you sometimes feel embarrassed? Ko ke like character not of a Senge, you know, do you get imuju ko kwangito ko ho kaga murenso, you know, I mean, you know, does it bother you? Potanin ngalionda nata kugewe mala, you know, ingale muju ko gerin kitungo nyogo kaga naginyole kumita commercial o sea no ba in kaigo. Kung nyo konyo commercial no ba kaigo nyo ko ngalal dat kaigo ko in nyirit yan ngololi nagiginda ko ngalala sa character. Kung geju no ko kwango ko lengiro ka ngalal sa tianging goro nagikoyek tabujo. So imujo ko sis aledi ngolimba resab nyenye ngalal talengo lo ho kaga murenso. So does it bother you?
Another thing Balos is
It doesn't.
what's Vitalis what's the view about your parents, you know? Kongetita ko latin ko ruita ko unusual. Gerte na no yung ko gerin sigindet. Ko ge like anano I perform in a function. Ko ge wal ge agi like what's the view about the parents? Another thing na
Or even your lady now what does she think of you?
Another Balose
She's my biggest fan.
Sikorai Balose. Akamwa kole kokwenyi kobunu kokwetab Kosirai amu Kosirai ko one of the village nangap kyoyaje benchmarking yaking'ololi kele noye Kosirai na ne siri nebo kijanaek chechang chebo Kosirai no ne what's the secret of Kosirai amu achek ing tulwa mutun kemeche at some stage kemi level inobo Kosirai in terms of ngiwe Kosirai nyoru ko kararan korik kila kitu Kosirai ko smart. What's the siri nebo kijanaekab Kosirai immediately after as in connection with other villages?
Sawa mja taune kami ako swali na kete benang tai leja time ngap kule chito you inspire me I look up to you as a comedian. I get several texts that go text chito arta ko sa chito keep na going ko text chebo chito leja na may God bless you, you remind me of my Senge, you remind me of my shosho, you remind me of my mom, you remind me of who to be blessed Senge, you are so original Senge ko such kind of meaning ngapa times kumanya utapita na ngapa comments the moment I just look at is someone trying to call mangana le mingin kulami like rusi met kapsa. Number 2 kagetep ngalega in wazazi jajuga tan their view. At first my dad I told you is a teacher agoma ngalega comedy to my dad is mangana la amne sigilen comedy or something na mataja message. So it was the biggest nini challenge I faced. Ibesha ko nikisuppose kai gone MC shirin baka kule jangi perform na stage shirin and kule jatip mami di shire. So I had to go through a lot until he accepted it. So I had to be rude at some point. Kia kapsa yani abeshe force until he accepted it. So finally akakubali. Balozi, you told me to talk to a group of young men who are saying that there is no jobs and they're looking for jobs. I believe like in this unmute.
Vitalis kotomo ingolol ko the youth ameche amwochi baba nengung abwoti ale isubitis tetutioni. Ameche alechi mitei chi nekekure Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is one of the most richest people in America. Ne oktoni you know the kilene character of our lady and he's done really well. Ameche si we iger notok Vitalis. Ndewendi kotatuni igaitu ananirikche Tyler Perry ko ogot baba nengung ko very proud. I'm sure kikoyan nguno ko ine ko mwalimu ako chito nekikotestai ko mwalimu ameche alejin ameche iwachen si googlen siker ki nekile Tyler Perry mokoriot kabisa nekimandoi eng emoni kikwai tuguk cheechen so ameche amakun akinye Vitalis asiwe yotok so baba ak mama ko kongoi amu kiochamchi ako kita nekararan so tun kakibwa kenye kebwone akoi gaa. Testai Vitalis.
Asante. Sijui kama mtanipata kidogo, nilikuwa nimewapoteza. I don't know why this thing ilipoteza sauti.
Kikosin testai yeah.
So kagetep kora ila ngalaja group of young people je ngalekap in employment. Right now I feel like God gave us gifts. I'm a believer of gifts. I got talent koki ni matunda competition. Talent kunda uniqueness nenye. Na compare na kiaga tool. So I advise young people to identify their talents, despite the fact that in your papers to school. Kogoragot kashi jatage. After 65 years of retirement, you need to still come and do something that you really like. Ago in the process, you'll have to identify your talent. Ago magmeje to in that time, you are going to realize your talent. So for young people, they should get out of their comfort zones. Ago to identify themselves so that they can know which is the best. You know, anenga mi character nebasenge, I wear it full time. I'm so happy. I don't get tired. And like I got never office because at saga I got mark 20 saishe. Kune basenge anytime. I got kuja kutoa taishe saishe. I got ngemi life kuni. I got yani. It's now 5. Yani 3. Yani you don't feel it because it's something that you love talking about. So for young people, they should re-identify themselves. They should go for their gifts because that's a niche that no one else will always compete with you. Yeah, so they stop being idle. They stop being other youths are not willing to try. They should be willingness to try anything that comes your way. And also what because wamesoma, they feel like they should not do hot jobs or job ngumu, but yeah, that's the problem also with other people. So they should find themselves a good way to do it. Kobicha Wagachef come, it's been good working with them. Agobicha, I'm so proud of them as Senge, because whenever they are Gelen Chiro, Gelen Chir, so I'm so happy as Senge Helena for also uplifting them. But kumi sa wale nagauchie kusobwatwa.
Ko Vitalis ameche kityo ateb ale kinyorchini ano ngoriono birir ako okot kibeti no iboti, where did you get it?
Neni?
Amwe ngoriono birir no ilochi no bo Senge no kinyorchi ano, kibialen kin Mutumba anan kibibunon?
Kiasam jirani nenyu, kiasam jirani Nairobi. I would want to surprise her. Kiasam jirani kabisa, a next door neighbor. Akanipea mbili ya green na ya red. Moja ilikuwa ya mbili yangu, moja ilikuwa yangu. Kwa sweta kikona kwa sweta it. Akitambaye nabo metit.
So ingen the lady noto kole ngorioni kinyi nekiret ko kikwa ole loo kabisa?
Ingen kabisa, kikona yangu ngait kabisa koshikotorocha ne akabaibai kabisa.
Kongoi.
She's very happy.
So kongoi ing jirani noto kikonin. Ko ose amongen kote itinye tebut amu nekit keweke kebwa ngalek chokimwoe kelen takeaways.
There's someone who called me, nikapoteza sauti kidogo, so anakuwasikia kutoka mbali. Sijui if I can left it and come back.
Yeah, no problem. Ya tugul keri kokonaisa ni bik leften si wege. Kongoi agere wine Warren no abwati ale inendet komitei noto ko Jacqueline Cheruto kemeche ke Jacqueline Selem Cheruto kele kongoi Elvis Kipkoech, Basilisa Kujurei, Senge Mkubwa, mangen ale Senge Mkubwa komnye no ko Senge nane Mkubwa agerin Simon Rotich, Richard Malakwen, Chemweno akwek tugul Josubich kemwoe kongoi eng kebeberta neomi. So ose amongen ale tokosubech okot ngo.
Kongoi Balozi Bitarono, ameche kityo tarekognaisan biik tugul eng wholesale chekasubik chok cheisubech eng takwek cheterchin kobun counties cheterchin, kandoik kora cheisubi programit nyo ak toek kora chemi tai tesetai kocheng'ech kole joineni this program. Ameche kityo aib nafasini as a way of recognizing our guest kotikibwotyi boisiet project nitoto kiyoe nebo Daktari Joel Kimeto eng olimbo county nebo Kericho ketekyi Daktari Joel Kimeto is a legend nekikwai boisionik chechang. Kimeche isupporten that program koicheng chi age tugul nekikonyo programini kikure alumni chebo the program nebo IGERE NEE CHITAB Kalenjin siko director nini ako konin oret. Akere biik chechang kakoteb, akere chi nekikure Elvis Kiprotich kale Vitalis nitakuita kwa sherehe yangu ya koito kale unafanya na ngapi. Asante sana, kongoi chito ak chi age tugul nemuch Senge sikoimwa ile chi age tugul nemuch konyoruna kole kikasenin shoini nyo nebo IGERE NEE CHITAB Kalenjin otko tos iteshi, tos mi discount so itilchi kidogo akimwa ile itaune ata retitab senge siketau kebangangei. Ami akine oret akine anyone, so kosich amuet kityo ile retitab senge kotaune ata, amu kakekas senge kotinye karit. Senge kominye Nairobi, senge ko much kobun ndegeit nyekwai Sabwet eng olimbo Eldoret, so simwawech ile ata. Ameche kora sititeshi, akere inye itinye privilege kitabanu taunit neo nebo Nairobi, ako ngap ketieme kelechini kokeconsider Nairobi as a diaspora. Ngimi Nairobi, ngimi tulwam kotinyakimande, iwe Eldoret imi diaspora. So what is the perception nebo biik ground, chi age tugul nebunu sang without that locality? Amu chi age tugul nekakomanda ko ngelen angot ko what's your view, what's the challenge nekere ko challenging chito ako kamanda kwa taunit neu Nairobi, amu kimeche biik komanda ang reserve. Kenama senge nguyo kakoru senge.
Kanamin. So any problem with people going to Nairobi. Kinget kora ko condition na society kora kole at least nginyoru kasi bitebe Nairobi isi inget anyone ialde oretab kai, al town kidogo akiute town kidogo. So I have a problem with that because as time goes kumagenye mahali nekikure SAF, magenye master nekikure ka. So I have a problem with people selling land from kaninywaneti up koteje master age, because we need to really build our home one day one time. Kit ke ku diverse tugul. So at least you have a place we call home. You really want that thing to be kept. Ako kora meche kora in the society kora kikinet biik chekibendi Nairobi koterchi tang Nairobi ako tun kome. Kibune sanduku nguna from Nairobi ko bochoronok chebo Nairobi nyokomwa kole kingo. But the people whom should really know this person better ko lagok chemi society. Suppose kumeta kainet chiji simutai kelen kianum ko kibunu yun ako kianum ko kilion. So biik chename kainet missing ko chepka ma chebo Nairobi, because chebo Nairobi nyokolen kityo he was our friend, we were hired to hang around together akotar ngalecha akoba. So these people will always need to tell more about you, the things you did to the society. Ako kora kwalechini kora ketech ka simaketeche town. Siko ngimi reserve kotekat reserve nengwonget kobwane biik kwek, yani kobwane kongete akichek lagok alake chebo bitonin kobwane Kenya akichek kuyo kobwane America. So we need to build home and make home a beautiful place to stay. So I want to be the pioneer. Ameche atech ka kameny ka.
So Vitalis, ameche ketech ka ketech town kora. So if you have a home in town ak itinye kora nga ko kararan. Kongoi nye Vitalis, I like that. So kebendi ketesetai eng yu Vitalis, ameche sikotoma kebe ko meche sikoikoite nambaring'ung asikobit ngot komeche chi konyor Vitalis, ngimeche tumdo kakekoschine kele Vitalis ko unekemwa kora ile EMCs. So imuchi entertainen imuchi sikoiko abwati ale ngobirchi chito kong'ololdos okoschindosi mabwati ale so Vitalis komuchi ko senge, komuchi kotil kek, imuchi kwai tukyo tugul. So nginyoru kou kele kenyoru 3 in 1. So menyoru kityo agenge, inyoru MC, inyoru entertainer, so inyoru more. You get more for your money. Chachamge mwae engineer, I think they say you get more for your money. Kokekur Vitalis. So kimeche sikoke kekonin imwaiwech. Kimeche sikekonin kora boroindo ing'alal koi Senge. Amu keng'ololi koi Vitalis ko kimeche sikekonin simwa ng'olyo koi Senge kotomo kebe. Ko engineer mongen ngot itinye ng'olyo nekata imeche itebe ko kongoi kimeche sikebwa ng'alek chokilen takeaways chechoket. Kokotomo keit yotok ko Senge Vitalis Kiplagat nekakokas ole ine ko innovator, tinye boisiet eng Nairobi noe, imuchi kokonin candles, akekas kele meche sikochop sabunit anan kikochop sabunit nekimuchi keboisie neo ne mosquito. Kimeche kora kenyoru netishek chekakinde ketreatene tukyo chekiboisie kot koit yotok. So kimakun chemyach Vitalis yeiwendi tukyo tugul chu. Kotomo keityo Vitalis sinyekekonin imwa ng'alekuk chebo let, ameche ing'ololwe ko Senge si ngot komi chito ako Senge ikone nambarit kora si nging'ololi ko Senge imwa ile ngot kemeche kenyor Senge kebire nambarit ingiro sikesir eng yu simutai ngot kemeche kekurin tumdo ngot komi biik chemi gaa ako meche kokur Senge kubire nambarit ingiro ko Senge ameche ing'alal ko Senge kito neimuchi iyai ko kenyo tumdop Hosea anan ngot ko katinye tum engineer so ameche iyai ko ko kewe tumwek aeng, kewe tumdo nebo Hosea atya ng'etar eng noto korubekei ak nebo engineer so kewe tumdo nebo Hosea, itaune nebo Hosea atya iwe nebo engineer atya ikonech namba. Karibu Senge.
Ngosom akatak tugul kainetab Jesu ale chamgei. Chamgei kokeny. Hey, kakoek successful ni bwana. In clear energy communication jo ng'ololi. Kaker in Janet Chepkoge, kongoi mama, kongoi Senge nenyu, kongoi mama nenyu chebo kabandera nimaita werech mama nenyu. Itinye chaik chekile tamu life nani. Maisha ni tamu kweli na tamu life nani. Kongoi Senge nebo lagocho. Hosea, hey, kikilen maitunishe nani kongoi mama amu koi mwawech ile oret. Kingosis anyun alechini kole fongoya, kole ne, kole matundoi ne, lakini kongoi mama. Kakikeni procedure nglen process. Kongoi anyun koinye ambassador kongoi mama nenyu. Aitu Amerika akine. Kwa sababu Amerika niliambiwa miaka imesonga siwezi panda ndege. Lakini alanye ndege itinganetab Jesu nani. Tos majoba nijione lako kimano kongoi chebo kabandoni amu matiteja matitawerech nani. Asante kwa sababu uko kwa Amerika unatoka ini represent ni kabisa. Anyun sherehe kanyatunishe nyinat nani. Akwane kwa Senge nemakipole. Asenge nebo lagok. Amui mama, tos majoba nikikone lagok imano. Akikoseke lagok imano. Ako ngomatunishe cheja kotunishe wango. Ako ngimeche ibirwo simet anyun inyorchina 0708 600 809 0708 600 809. Chako namba chuto chebo simet kilecha lagocha kora atinye Facebook kale kikurena Senge Helena. Kolecha kora atinye Instagram anan kile Instagram. Atinye Instagram akina kile kikurena Senge _Helena. Ako atinye YouTube kora. Ako kile YouTube ke subscribe ni for free anyun. Ako kile nginde subscription kule kono chumbindet nani. Ama ko yata na kule bina chumbindet. Amu milen katlingi. Ibira bichok chake subscription. Ako tikere na chitab kalenjin kotindo YouTube channel akije. Kole tindo YouTube channel. Ako le meche 1000 subscribers. Kongo kikas mama nenyu. Ko siko ne 1000 subscribers akije. Sige kaseke. Bola ko jaga tanama tungwa. Ako amot ko akapa mondial ko. Hey, wataka stuluet nani. Mulima nalikuwa mkubwa. Hey, kwa inga na ponga na askari nani kumbe na chuleka na kila mali. Chamu nebi kwa ipatis ving mondial ko. Hey, waluya na mechenga huko. Kwanza Kitale town. Kitale makitu kwa sharani. Saa hii imekuwa town kubwa. Kita ko Kitale nani. Ang mo spiritual magane. Hey, ngel red koro. Kagile ko teja ko suti. Ngel red na kotea. Konga nyung la ko jaw tek sangawe. Kongoi.
Kongoi Senge Helena, noto ko ka Senge Helena Vitalis Kiplagat. Nambarit ne imuchi itchi ko 0708 600 809. Inyoru Senge Helena konyo tumdo ng'ung nyoko baibai biik. Hosea kaikas anabwati ole kainam nambarit no Engineer Janet kaikas ko itagat ngoto komi biik.
Kakobir biik simoshek nani.
Woi, kakobir biik simoshek. Ko kongoi nye Senge Helena imuchi ibuken Senge Helena ak inendet kora ko Vitalis. So mabiik oeng, chito agenge Vitalis Kiplagat ko Senge Helena anan kikibatisan Vitalis Kiplagat koek Senge Helena. So kikibatisan enes kongoi Senge Helena. So kikibatisan Vitalis Kiplagat koek Senge Helena. Ko kaokas ngot imeche inendet imuchi iitchi eng nambarishek cho mitei YouTube, mitei Facebook, mitei Instagram, imuchi inyorchi cho tugul. Abwati ale kotinye tugul chemagatin. So mi kautye ne engineer mongen Kokotomo keitu ameche kebe takeaways. Mongen ale kainyoru takeaways ne engineer kobun Vitalis Kiplagat noto ko Senge Helena, ko kenetkei ne kobun inendet siketesetai sinyekikochi komwa ng'alekchik chebo let. Ko engineer, karibu.
Kongoi balozi akameche awekchi kongoi mising tonyo nebo rani Senge Helena. Kakobaibaechi ako kakocherech kora ako kakonetech tuguk chechang. Takeaways chechuk amwa kityongon briefly. Netai alen boishe talent neng'ung. Akile chitugul kakomwawech Vitalis kole chitugul kotinye talent nenyi ako chitugul kotinye talent nenyi ako matinye competition talent. In the words chebo Vitalis, kale chitugul kotinye talent and your talent ko matinye competition. So amishe talent nengung, like find your talent and let it work for you. Ako kitage kora nekaanetege eng Vitalis ko use your talent to enjoy the things that you do, and as a result enjoy what you do. So in kit age tugul neyae ityem enjoy kiyotok, and you will actually do it and do it really well. Something else I've learned from Vitalis and kitage nekaib neameche asisitisan ko maximizing on opportunities chekabit. Whenever you are, wherever you are, kochang opportunities. Kager kakasir chita in comments kole Vitalis akona kazi mingi, something like that. I think so why does he have a lot of work and he cannot even handle it? Like there's so many things that he could do that he can't handle it, and that's a good problem to have. So I just want to encourage everyone, find that thing that you're very passionate about, that your hands and your cup will be overfilled and you won't even have time for everything. I go identify also your purpose in life. We just don't do these things, and we're here shortly, or we're here for just a limited period of time. Ago mamite matinda rewind sabit, amatinda like reset, amatinda number 2. We only have one. Chamkelen, you only live once, YOLO. So try as much as you can to live to your best, exploring your talents, and just optimize on opportunities today. Wherever there's a challenge, find a positive. Kagumwa Vitalis kolengkonga makarit. Kwanendet ko he will atashuka atengeneze video about that situation. And look at that. So everything kotinda a positive and a negative. Kope chongangele kegerano. And I think I read or I heard somewhere that every time you put positive thoughts, then you trigger more positive thoughts. So gitawe iger your situation like kewe your thoughts to the negative, try to change them and just take a few seconds. I think it's about 18 seconds. Think about something and then change it and try to think a little harder. How can I make this positive? And you'll be amazed or you'll be surprised what you can do. So I just want to encourage Vijana, Kage, a very young gentleman, Enyu, Senge. Oh, Kage get Senge, quite tukuk chechen Senge. I go very, very young, which I'm very impressed and on what he has done, what he's accomplished, and I just want to wish you well and continue being that example, Vitalis. And thank you for leading the way and speaking so profoundly. You don't speak like 99. I believe that is about 22 years. I guess 23 years. 23 years. Yeah, very young at 23. You speak like you're 30, somebody mwenye amekoma. Lakini I think it's all about the character and all the experiences cheki bunu, that those things have taught you to to do better, to be a better person in what you do. Akpigora that che brush on his shoulders with. Who do you hang out with? Because those will determine a lot about how far you go and where you go and what you do. So continue hanging with the positive and good people, Vitalis. We want to see you succeed, and we wish you so well. You are definitely somebody that all of us are looking up to. Ako onge support and our very own Vitalis kagumawet kule me YouTube, me Facebook, especially YouTube. Just subscribe to him. Let's support him and continue to build his following. So ajitegemee pia, and he has a lot to offer for us. Yeah, and let's not ignore any innovation, and regardless of how small or how small it might seem. Kama hiyo ya candles, I'm very motivated. I know candles are really big business here in the US. And I just hope that you can get to, get that idea out there as well. Yeah. So we wish you well.
I forgot to tell you guys that I have a company I was working with, naitwa Camrys Natural. I was making them candles, scented candles tu, ile scented kawaida ya glass, ile glass kama hii, and then unaweka candle ndani, colored candles, scented candles. Just hiyo inanga haitaki mambo ya chemical nini. You just candles using wax, using colors and scents. I do make them also. It's something that I really wanted to get settled. Then I do it in Eldoret because I've never seen them. Just scented candles. Yeah, kawaida, apart from the ones with so I made them very nice candles. They used to sell them in Nairobi. I wish there were pictures of them. You could see very nice candles. I do make them.
Yeah, please share and let's support ongeal jindawendi chitukula kwal candle agenge. We'll support Vitalis in a very big way. Ndeale candle agenge, if we could just do the math, I don't know ni how much Vitalis ngele 15 bob. I don't know, ama ni 100 or something. Let's say 100 to be conservative. Kondale chitukul every adult nekasage rani. Let's say we reach 1,000 people times 100. Kokagonyor Vitalis about 1 million.
10,000.
Let's say 10,000.
10,000. Yeah.
Let's say 10,000 subscribers times 100. That's like 1 million, and I believe that will really jumpstart your business and let's build our own. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. Kongoi.
So kongoi nye engineer ko kemwa kacham noimwe engineer nagele ngotiwe akitinye tuguk chechang kuin inendet, that is kole it's a good problem to have. Yani itinye shida na kararan, yani ngot kakale chi boisionik choe chiche kochang ko notok kwa problem na kararan, yani kararan itinye problem neu notok neitinye tuguk chechang nemeche iker ile ngiro akomuch kwai tugul. So Hosea mongen ale takeaways chukuk ne?
Kongoi Balozi, my first takeaway go, it's not part ke kaiba. It's sometimes kike consider naipa ngulimba Kenya kweka kind of something nema nge kaiba kokerichot ko kayai tuguk chechang kou cho Vitali. So ngitinye lakwet ngolaba kurkanoi tugun chechang ko keanda ke maximize kityo kwai tugun chechang. So kairo Vitali ko realize, and then chito neu Vitalis ko mai tuguk chechang ko akoi komyan anan akoi koik problem eng biik chochome koruitos kosubkei ak notok. So that's really ongeteken kora in a positive way. Kit nekaib eng Vitalis ko katoretech, yani I feel encouraged, I feel motivated when you find a young guy like Vitalis kongalale opportunities. We are in a society whereby every minute kabirun chito simet chetiaktech koneche chok koyaitu moing'ololwech moilyo, lakini Vitalis now is talking about opportunities. Ikere kole kitinye mung'aret nekibetyi biik cheyochin boisiet. The opportunities are there. Ameche encourage kora biik through the conversation about Vitalis. Ngap kemi olapa ground komakekere kuyo makere opportunities, lakini ngot ko metiaktege, ngot ko melami yu ako kit age nekanyoru kora Vitalis, if you are doing even a small thing, I am going to pick away Kere kitaune cyber immediately after high school matukoloye ka mwalimuiyot baba nanyu koyoktogei kwa cyber kotuiyo ak biikab Citizen. So ako change the conversation from there kwa konyor Najib Balala. Another thing kora nekanetegei Vitalis ko kian in his own way, koyan ako believengei kole at times kimeche start on something ityeme iro korok ile kikwai ng'o. I think is the first character nebo kolachgei kou Senge eng the whole Rift Valley anan eng emetab Kenya. So at times ngap komeche iyai tugun che crazy neshangani biik kele nee nekachichi. So igere from there ko kikoit ole kikoit. Another thing nekanyoru kora Vitalis igere ile irwochi akopangani for future. So we have to think kele angot these other makituitos one in igere in this one koborien ni lastly but not the least ko the skill of the innovation. That skill go from the grade nekikanyor for the first D+ komatikora imagine D+ ako convert and D+ quite a very very big innovation amu the innovation inoto kole kitaune Kipsigak high school. So kokonech kora balozi ak Janet kotikiro kora the education system nebo emenyo nebo Kenya. At times ngap konyor chito ki kidogo koutie kora kole ngakitinye skill alak chemuch koboisie that skill kwamishe anan kwae the greater things. Ko whichever you are ngimi village age tugul it is possible. Another thing ko istatan inyege ngimech isop ko inyege ngimech angot ndetinye all opportunities amemeche iyai it can be really really difficult. So Vitalis, we wish you all the very best. We are proud of you and we are looking forward to working together as part of a family. Kike interview en biik chechang eng yu ako kikenyoru chechang kora ko mi chetom konam soko akongen ale mi oret ko kakotoretech mi yu sikoinye nenyoe tumwek chetesetai kemoveni forward as a family nebo igere nee chitab Kalenjin. All the very best. Kiatendoni sabweng'ung amu angot nga inyendet akinye imi mbabwai kocham yoe chebo biik lakini bwana angot ambassadors nyikong'alalun akinye betunotok. So kongoi.
Kongoi Osea, kongoi engineer, kongoi biik tugul. Kakemwa kele ngimeche iruchen inendet Vitalis Kiplagat noto ko Senge Helena ko nambarit ko 0708 600 809 0708 600 809. Inyoru Vitalis nyokwai tumdong'ung nyoko entertainen biik tukyo tugul. Ngimeche kora icheng candles imuchi ibirchi ko kimeche kemakun chemyach ko kito nekanetege Vitalis komo chito nebononi tarajisi, yani mabele chacham kemwoe kele don't ban bridges. Mebel darajet kokelande bitonin, meche initeni ngotebi darajet singyeweksei itinye ole ilondoe. Samwa kunotok ko kamwa Vitalis kole kicham kotinye cyber cafe nekitai ko kikoi kometochi chito. Ko koribe nyawege komapkolechi chichi kai kawege, mapkolechi mande kawege, kipkocheng age konakta kwain nyokosoriot. So mapkowege kolechi chichi kai kokawe Nairobi ako kawege, so kipkocheng oldage ko upgradenkei. So igere ile ma chito nebononi bridges. Kokeny kokanyor chito nekemwoe kele kinyoru talent iwege ibikochi kainet. Kakemwa somebody nemi uno oboisie tuwai nekibikochi ak character ole kele iyoe ko mongen ale kele kikure ng'o noto.
Rosaline
Comedian ipkokochi kainet akolechi akoliften konam eut chichotok. So kararan yewe yukailande uya inam chito age eut asikobit otestai tugul banda nebendi biik chukachang'a oite olelo kosir chito agenge newendi. So Vitalis atinye kamang'unet ale ite olelo eng biik chukakokasech eng yu kesome kele subscriben inendet Facebook anan isubscriben inendet Vitalis Kiplagat ak isubscriben kora igere nee chitab Kalenjin asikobit ikanaptech ketestai eng boisionik chekiyoe. Ko Vitalis kotomo ketar eng yu amu kaker inye iupgradenigei. Kasubun kokewe inyoru D+ igeri ile moyamini nyaiwege bigetyigei nyinyoru C+. Kekuren university koek kityo keshe inyoru kang yenyoru innovationit kong'ung'et inyoru kasi ile ngoto kotebino. So ameche kesom kele ameche imwoiwech ing ile i-upgraden C+ kong'ung'et iwendi icheng'e degree imukokse imuchi iyai nguno online imuchi upgraden ge betusiek chemite tai mutanye kekose kele Vitalisit kibo C+ ko kakonyor degree. Kimeche kora kekas kele eng kenyisiek chemi tai amu tokoi mining Vitalis kemeche kekas kele mara tun ko Senge ko doctor kekure daktari kokaiyai masters ibiyai cho tugul imukoksei eng chito neunye. Kito nekacham anan nekanetegei creativity netinye chichi. Ngwo kot koyait karit komawache kolen oye ara kakoyait karit kotoi kobwat kole ngayai kasi eng yu. Ko yekoyoityi karit komong'u something eng yotok ya tugul ko a problem netindoi ko createni kot koek boisiet. So be creative chi age tugul neimiu. Boisie talent neng'ung'et, tinye chi tugul talent in, everybody is talented in a different way. Just you have to discover ile what are you talented at. So kobit ketestai kou notok. Kimakun chemyach Vitalis yeiwendi itesetai ak boisionik cheitinye. Kimeche kemakun chemyach iyoe tukchu tugul chu kemwa akomukak tukchu tugul tun kakibwa gaa nyekebwa kenyorun eng Nairobi nyekeba akoi olimbo Mosoriot. Kongoi eng sigik chekimuch koker kole oye mwisho eng kakeui ko kikoyan kole kororon tukchu. Ameche teiwochen chicho kikure Tyler Perry asikobit yeliften kotun ketinye Tyler Perry nenyone nebo Mosoriot nemitei nekakonap eng dunia. So kongoi kimakun chemyach kimeche kekerin tun kokeitu America kokewe olimbo Australia kainyorwech kainyoru kosech kandoik chebo kotab kaa ndemukokse oyokyi barua chichi invitation sikonyo nyokwai presentation nebo ng'alekab candles ako entertainenech. So kimakun chemyach kongoi eng akwek tugul chekaosubech chang bichu kabisa. Kimeche kemwa kongoi akere nekile Senge mkubwa mangen ale Senge ine mkubwa ko Senge neoe tuguk cheiyoe anan Senge ne kongoi nye Senge mkubwa ko abwoti ale kaotuye ak Senge nemining. I don't know Senge mkubwa nekoi Senge nebo katikati anan nebo ano. Ngemakun chemyach nye Vitalis ameche sakuren Vitalis asimwoiwech ng'alekuk chebo let. Akemakun chemyach kongoi eng kasubik chok tugul. Kongoi Octiven nekakomuch kosponsanech eng betutab rani. Kongoi Tamolife nekakomuch kosponsanech. Ameche kora kotobwotwo kole kimi ketesetai ak kesupporteni inendet Dr. Joel Kimeto tienindet noikere no ko pichait nebo studio nekitesetai kebendi kimi nekile phase 2 ko kimeche ketestai kot kote koit yemakat koit koite December ipkeyatat studio sikobit ketesetai kiro kele kakiliften biik chok. So karibu Vitalis, we wish you the very best. May God continue to bless you. Kongoi Osea, kongoi engineer. Ko ngakonin boroindo Vitalis ako Senge kora ikonech ng'alekuk chebo let sikobit ketar tetutiet nebo betutab ra. Vitalis, karibu. Ngasi Senge anan kaek frozen Senge. Vitalis, we can't hear you.
I think my Kabashia hotspot.
So testai ketiku kany makakasin komie. Ya kasi ya testai.
Aye. So one thing that I want to say is that my part in short in you guys expect more from Senge Helena. It's something that I really like. It's something that I really believe in it, and I'm going to be greatest of all time. So my legacy is I want to leave a good legacy as Senge Helena. I want
Mutya Senge gangat Senge ko
these are changed.
Yeah, testai.
Correct?
Yeah, testai.
Oh, they have exceeded a man playing a woman character, whoever did this and this. So that's my biggest inspiration.
I would want also to be someone who has supported so many other young comedians. I would want to be a bridge, as you said. So I want also to be a bridge for other people to be successful. So what I'm asking from you guys is that support. Also, I work with you. You support me in the best way you can. Whenever you see an opportunity that Senge can do the best, you give me. I can do advertisements. I can do emceeing. Yes, that's what I do. Yes, I'm a good content creator. So, yeah, that is it.
Kongoi nye Senge magun jamnya che iwendi ya boisioni chu tugul. Kongoi ngakwek tugul, Julius, Chepkogei, Prudence, Senge mkubwa, Moses Lagat, Kimutai, Cherry Kimani, Basilisa Kuchure, John Kemboy, akwek tugul choka oyamuchi logani ning betutab ra kimoche kemakwok chemnyach, kemakwok wikit netala, kemakwok kaberuretab Jehova, kemakwok kabelisiet eng boisionik tugul cheoe. Kongoi Engineer Janet, kongoi Osea Kiplagat, kongoi Vitalis, ngobirok Jehova akikesu tetutiet nebo betutab ra.
IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene, imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelemenye. IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene, imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelemenye. Ugesiso CHITAB kolenjin unengengi, ngotingengi onime mwowe yenaitu. IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotenenye. IGERE NEE CHITAB kolenjin ibwotene, imwoe NEE CHITAB kolenjin ilelemenye. Kochelewan neninyoru CHITAB kolenjin ngororiote, itebele kaimilene kwotindonik, kotoi kole kaimilangi nekimwachi, kikimwoe en wikit konye kurorira, nyingonamgei CHITAB kolenjin ak kasarta. Chito CHITAB kolenjin